Yes, people, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well, man. I smash these likes up real quick. Get these likes up real quick, man. Smash the likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. 600 people locked in already. Let's get these likes up, man. Let's get at least to 200 likes, 300 likes rapid, innit? Come on, man. There's 600 people locked in right now. 5 off 100. Big up, everyone. Hopefully, you're all doing well. Happy Friday. Yeah, it's almost a weekend, and there's only one more game until this horrendous season has come to a close for Manchester City Football Club. Well, actually, is it? You know the Club World Cup, yeah? Is that technically the end of the season, or is that the beginning of the season? Little bit of a big question there for you, Chad. I can't lie. Right, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's get straight into it. Florian Vertz looks like he's on the way to Liverpool Football Club, which is an amazing signing for Liverpool. Let's just have it right. We can't be shameless. Yeah, we can't be shameless. It's an unbelievable signing for Liverpool if they get this across the line. It's not confirmed yet, but it's looking good. If you're a Liverpool fan, you can start to get excited. It is looking good for Liverpool right now. Yeah, it's looking good for them. I can't lie. And obviously, with the fact that they might be signing Kirkez, Frimpong, and maybe getting a striker, they're going to be difficult to stop next year. Let's be real. So we have to look at our own football club then and go, well, what are we doing? What are we doing? And what is happening right now to get Manchester City back on top? Because that's what we all want, right? We all want Manchester City, if you're a City fan, obviously. If you're not a Liverpool fan first. But for City fans, we all want to see our club back on top, right? Because every fan of their club wants to see their club win. So there's a couple of things, first of all, that we need to address, because I see a lot of people getting really frustrated about this deal. Let's go back to the official announcement by Sami Mokbel, chat. Sami Mokbel, who was the first person to release the news that Manchester City are not in for Vertz, or have withdrawn their interest for Vertz. Let's bring this up on screen, because I've been saying, yeah, here we go, exclusive. In fact, let's read the whole article. I've not actually read the article yet. I've only read the tweet. Let's read the article. Why Manchester City have cooled interest in Vertz. Let's read this. Let's read it and work out what's going on here. Yeah. This was on the 19th. This is 4 days ago. Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Vertz is one of the most in-demand midfielders in football, and many expected him to be the natural successor to Kevin De Bruyne at Manchester City. But BBC Sport understands Pep Guardiola's side are withdrawing their initial interest in the German international owing to the soaring costs of any deal. It is estimated that an agreement to sign the 22-year-old would represent the biggest deal in City's history, potentially reaching as much as 300 million euros, inclusive of transfer fees and wages. While there is acknowledgement that Vertz is among the leading young talents in European football, has been linked with Bayern Munich, Liverpool, City are concerned the cost of the deal is overinflated. In the past, City have shown they are prepared to walk away from transfers if they believe a deal does not represent value for money. Previously, Guardiola's side fell short of signing Fred, Jorginho, Frenkie de Jong because of cost-related issues before signing Ballon d'Or winner Rodri 2019. Okay, we also decided to pull away from Virgil van Dijk, by the way, but we'll glaze over that, because basically my opinion, and it's just my opinion, again, you guys have all got to form your own opinion, yeah, is that this, I think, is PR. And I've said that since the day that this got released. Yeah, the way it's written, yeah, in my opinion, is PR, right? I feel like City have got this story out there, and look at the thing at the bottom, because look at those names. No City fan is really asked about those names. Fred, Jorginho, and Frenkie de Jong, yeah? That, to me, is almost like the club telling him to put that in there. Say, remember, we actually walked away from Fred, Jorginho, and Frenkie de Jong. And City fans will read that and go, oh, yeah, we've done this before. However, we also walked away from Virgil van Dijk, who's become who's gone on to become one of the best centre backs we've seen in the Premier League. So the fact that they've not included him in there kind of indicates to me that like this is a little bit PR-y, you know, based off of what I believe. And again, this is just my opinion. If you don't think it is, cool, no worries, my opinion. I also don't believe that this is true for multiple. I'm just dissecting this. That's all I'm doing here, dissecting it. Yeah, I'm just dissecting. So the bottom paragraph, in my opinion, dissected PR. Yeah, because the fact they've not put Virgil van Dijk in there for me is PR-y. Because it's not balanced, is it? It's not a balanced. That comment at the bottom there is not balanced. If they would have said, City have done this in the past and it's worked on a couple of occasions. They walked away from Fred, they walked away from Jorginho, and they've walked away from Frenkie de Jong, all of whom haven't really gone on to have mega careers, and I don't think City fans will be that asked about it. However, on the other hand, they've also done this with Virgil van Dijk, so they've also got it wrong in the past as well. The fact that it's one-sided, to me, is PR. Let's continue the dissection of this section, guys. This bit here. BBC understands Pep Guardiola side are withdrawing their initial interest in the German international owing to the soaring costs of any deal. It's estimated that an agreement to sign the 22-year-old will represent the biggest deal in City's history, potentially reaching as much as 300 million euros, inclusive of transfer fees and wages. Okay, let's dissect this bit as well. I also just think this is a load of nonsense. And again, this is my opinion. The reason I think this is nonsense is because we've been trying to get involved, yeah, on this deal for what? 3 months? 4 months, maybe? You would imagine when City decided that they were getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne, they would have made initial contacts with Vertz's camp. I don't understand how you get this far down the line. The transfer window opens in what? What is it? A week? A week and a half? What is it? A week and a half? How do you get 1 week and a half before the transfer window opens and then go, you know what? This is looking kind of expensive. Like, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling that the football club, TK, Viana, Khaldoon, whoever's involved, yeah, didn't realise that it was going to cost quite a lot of money 1 week or 8 days. People in the chat saying it's 8 days, 1 week before the transfer window opens. I don't believe that to be the case. Because if it is the case, that is shambolic. So what I think has happened, and I said this on the day it came out, is I think that Vertz, I think City were in for him. I think City put the offer in, and I believe that the guy just rejected us, which I don't have a problem with. I do not understand. I think City have created a rod for their own back with this PR. Unless it's not PR, but I think it is PR because I've just explained why I think it is. And I think I've done a pretty good job to explain. I don't understand why City have put this out. I think you would honestly, I really think they would have been better off just saying, like putting out a story. I think, and I was speaking to Pulpy before, yeah, I think they would have been better off putting out the story and putting out the narrative that Pulpy's been speaking about. That they could have come out there, yeah, and they could have put something out to say, City are pulling out the deal for Vertz because they are, you know, they don't believe he's fully committed. And even if he did join, they believe that he would want to go buy him and he can suit it 3 years. Something like that. Yeah, something about the player. But money, I think putting out a story about money, personally, I think is an L, major L. I think we just got rejected. And the meltdown that you're seeing from some fans, I think has been created by this poor narrative that City have put out themselves, yeah, about this. Now, this could be true, but if it's true, then that is an L. So there's no getting out of this because people can say to me, well, what LB, what about if it is true? What about if City legitimately have pulled out because of the money? Then City fans have a legitimate right to moan because that is insane. Yeah, we're losing Kevin De Bruyne, the greatest player that's ever played for this football club. You've got a player there in Florian Vertz who is a good player who can come in and really help Haaland and create stuff for us and get goals. And you're just letting him walk. I think that's crazy. And he's only 22. So then I think City fans have a right to moan. So I just think, me personally, I think City have really, I don't think you've handled this in the right way, boys. I can't lie. I think the way that you've gone about you know, this withdrawing from the player is not good. I know it might be difficult to tell people that you got rejected from the player, but sometimes it's just better to be honest. And I think a lot of City fans would have found it a lot easier to take if you're just honest. And like I say, if this is true that you have pulled out, then it's actually just poor anyway. So, so you're screwed. You're screwed one way or the other. You know, you probably should have just told the truth, in my opinion, because I just cannot believe for 1 second that this is true. I cannot believe for 1 second this is true, that you just pulled out because of the finance. I don't believe it. I don't believe that, chat. I'm sorry. We're paying Erling Haaland £500,000 a week. We've just given him a 10-year contract. You know what I'm saying? We just spent £400 million upgrading the stadium to add what, 8,000 seats. You're saving £400,000 a week on Kevin De Bruyne's wages. There's just. I'm sorry. There's nothing that makes sense about this, about the story, and that's why I can't believe the official, semi-official narrative that City have pulled out because of the costs. I fully believe we got rejected, and if we got rejected, we got rejected. I personally don't have a problem with getting rejected, because if you can't force a player to sign. What I have a problem with is you putting out this story that you've withdrawn because of the money. Because one, that then creates an environment for City fans to can get frustrated. Yeah, because if they believe it, and again, you can believe it. I might be wrong on this, by the way. It's going to cause tension. It's going to cause friction, and City fans are getting frustrated. And yeah, I've been on Twitter before I went on the stream and see City fans going sick. I can see people in the chat going wild. Yeah, and if it's true, then what are you doing anyway? Why are you pulling out? Why are you pulling out of a deal to sign Florian Vertz when we desperately need creativity in the side? I don't know, man. I've told you before, chat. I've told you before so many times. I really, really think City need to employ a common sense officer. I really do, because I feel like at that club, there is a lot of missing common sense. They need to employ a City fan. Yeah. They need to employ a City fan who everything that the club are about to do gets run by this City fan. Yeah. Who knows what they're doing. And they go, we're about to say this or do this. What do you think? And they'll go, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. Oh, we're going to start charging disabled people to park at the Etihad Stadium in disabled bays. What do you think? Is that a good idea or not? Let me have a think about that. Probably not a good idea. Rejected. Thank you, mate. Yeah? Thank you, mate. Oh, we're about to tell everybody, yeah, that we're pulling out of the deal to sign Florian Vertz, even though we've just said goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne, who's on £300,000-400,000 a week and our greatest ever player, and now we're going to let him walk to Liverpool. He's actually rejected us. Is that a good idea? No, it's not a good idea. The fan base is going to go into a meltdown. Bro, please employ a City fan to run these things by, because the way you're handling things at the moment is horrendous. Everything. I've got to say, man, I think the club, like the way the club is at the moment, mate, bro, it's not good, man. You know what I mean? You've got City fans who are going to games protesting, you know what I mean, about ticket prices, season tickets. Yeah. We've got the club telling Kevin De Bruyne to do one when he don't want to leave. And then you're pulling out of his natural replacement. We've got no fullbacks at the football club. Our goalkeeper wants to leave. We're signing Wesley as a Kyle Walker replacement, the greatest right back the Premier League's ever seen. And then you see, and then people are saying, like, why are people moaning? Why are people people are moaning, mate, because the club right now is not in a good position. We could literally be playing Europa League football next year. We've won nothing. We could be playing Europa League football. And the standard of this squad has depleted astronomically since the treble year. And listen, I said when we won the treble, it's downhill for me. I didn't expect to win the treble again. I didn't expect to win the Champions League the year after, or the year win it. Not entitled, yeah. But we've made one good signing before January since the treble, and that was Gvardiol, mate. I don't know, man. I think the club's in a bit of a tricky situation here. You know what I mean? And if I'm being honest with you, yeah, I've lost not all faith, but I've lost 99% of my faith in Tiki, to be honest with you, because the last 2 years have been appalling. Viana, I have no faith in him because he's only just got here, and for me, faith is earned. So I've already said, no shade on the guy, whatever. I hope he does a good job, obviously, but I'm not just going to back the guy and have faith in him until I see what he's going to do, and hopefully he can be good. The only person I have faith in that football club right now is Khaldoon Al-Mubarak. That's the only person I have faith in right now at the club, from a sort of management perspective. Obviously, I'm not talking about football. I'm not talking about Pep or whatever. I'm talking about upwards of Pep. I'm talking about the board, Khaldoon Al-Mubarak. And I'm hoping, because I don't know how much Khaldoon is involved on a day-to-day basis, and I don't know how much is involved in these transfer situation or the management of the squad, because, of course, we all know Khaldoon's a bigger man. He's a busy man. Yeah, he's actually not bigger. He's fucking lost pure weight in it. So big up Khaldoon for the shreds. But he's a busy man. The guy's managing multiple businesses. You know what I mean? He's Sheikh Mansour's right-hand man. He's doing fucking negotiating with Donald Trump. Yeah, I don't know if this guy's getting involved in whether or not we should sign Tijani Rinders. Because he's a busy guy. All I can hope is that Khaldoon has seen a lot of this season. I'm sure he has, because he's at most games, and he's seen the squad, and he's not falling for the glaze or like, oh, does Defo be back next year for what? Like, no, that's if you think, right, that we will just definitely be back next year in terms of winning shit again without making any major business, I think that's actually an entitled view. Because you're saying that we will just be back because we're Manchester City and we've got Pep. I think that's actually quite an entitled view. Because this is the thing. A lot of people are getting called entitled for wanting to sign better players, which I think is kind of ridiculous, to be fair. I think, why would every fan not just want to sign better players? But if you think that we're just going to be back next year and this is just an off season, I think that's quite an entitled view. I think what you've got to do is be honest. You know what I mean? Be honest with yourself and look at this squad. And I've been honest. I was honest in October. Yeah. After 3 matches into the run, when I did that video and said we're fucked, and I was spot on. We won 1 game in the next 11. When you're honest and you see that squad, mate, the fall off is wild. You know, it is actually wild, and I need Khaldoon to recognise that, because as I've said plenty of times, Khaldoon is a winner. Yeah, he's a winner. He's Sheikh Mansour's right hand man. If he doesn't win, yeah, in business, yeah, for all the businesses Sheikh Mansour has, if he doesn't win for Abu Dhabi, if he doesn't win, Sheikh Mansour will just get rid of him, bro. Sheikh Mansour ain't a loser, mate. Yeah, Sheikh Mansour's a winner. He wants his businesses to thrive. And I need Khaldoon, mate, to look at this. And it's not about being a dick or being negative. It's about being honest and getting this club back to the top where we all want to be as City fans. Now, how we go about it, we all have our different views. Yeah. But ultimately, yeah, City fans need to stop beefing each other and come together. Yeah. And try and get this club back to the top. And the way we do that is by being honest. Yeah. There's a lot of players at this football club that are no longer good enough. Yeah. There's a lot of players who, for me, we've signed who are not good enough. And we can give them another year. We can give another year. We can give them another year. But ultimately, at some point, you've got to just say this just ain't good enough. You know what I mean? We've got to sign better players. Maybe we need changes upstairs. That's already happened. Tiki's going. Viana's coming in. We will see if that works. But the only way of getting out of this situation is by being honest about how we got here. And how we got here is terrible transfer windows since the treble year. And that's just the facts. That's just the facts. Look at our signings since the treble year. Look at our signings before the treble. Pep Guardiola always says it, man. The reason why Pep wins loads of stuff, Pep said it in press conferences. We win because we got the best players. Because we signed the best players. He said it himself. All managers say the team with the best players wins. Yeah, the manager has a part to play, but ultimately you need the best players to win. Especially win consistently. And we've had the best players. Look at our treble team. Edison, unbelievable that year. Walker, yeah. Diaz, unbelievable. John Stones, unbelievable. Ake left back, unbelievable. Rodri, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Foden on the bench. Grealish was good that year. Haaland up top. Bernardo Silva right wing. Mahrez benched. Look how many good players we had. And people say, oh, we just got lucky. We just got mad lucky that we had good players. We didn't get lucky. We didn't get lucky. We got there because we bought good players. We went to Leicester after they won the league and went, we're taking your best right winger, Mahrez. We went to Borussia Dortmund and went, we're taking your best striker, one of the best strikers in the world, Haaland. Yeah. We went to Leipzig and went, well, this is after the treble. We'll take your best centre-back, Gavardio. Like, bro, we went to Spurs a couple of years before. We'll take your best right winger, the England's right winger. Like, I don't get why people say we got lucky. We didn't get lucky. Winning all the stuff we've won over the years is very simple. We got it because we bought the best players. And since then, the reason why we struggled this year is because we didn't buy the best players. We bought Nunes. Not good. We bought Phillips. Not good. We sold Mahrez. We sold Palmer. And then we bought Doku. Not good. We bought Savio. Not good enough. We brought Gundogan in. Obviously, I was buzzing at the time. But let's be real. Yeah, that was only an emotional situation. Yeah, we shouldn't be buying Gundogan or getting him on a free. Like, what are we doing here? We should be getting a proper midfielder. And that's it. That's it. It's so simple. I always say this, not a chat. I always say, when you want to work out what's going on, look at the most simple explanation. Because often, that's the explanation as to what's happened. And the most simple explanation, yeah, as to why we're dropped off is because we don't have good players anymore. And that's just the truth. And I've told you to do this exercise plenty of times. If you don't believe me, do an exercise with the treble year team. How many world-class players in that squad compared to how many world-class players in this squad? And it's night and day. It really, really is. Do you know what I mean? So we've left ourselves in a position now where we have to go out this summer and buy at least 4 or 5 top class players. Top class players. Not Kovacic's. Yeah. Not Nunez's. Not Gundogan's. Not Phillips's. Not Savio's. Not Doku's. We need to be buying the Mahrez's. Yeah. Oh, but LB, who's the Mahrez out there? Elise, he was at Crystal Palace. He went to Bayern Munich for 50 million. Oh, but there's no one out there. Elise was right there. And he was homegrown as well. We need a new left winger. Who's there? Kvaratskhelia. Oh, but we won't deal with Napoli. That's because we won't pay what Napoli want. Because we're always trying to negotiate. How about you just go there and pay what they want and get a good player? There are players out there. I believe that the amount of players out there is a lot less than it was 10, 15 years ago. But there are players out there. We just chosen not to buy him in the last couple of years. Imagine if we would have got Elise as a... Yeah, no, I know I was glazing Gundogan, bro. But I'm a fan. I'm allowed to glaze. The club are not fans. That's true. That's just true. On my days, LB, stop the Savio dissing. He's been better than everybody. Okay, so this is one of the major problems we have with this fan base. Pyrex, I'm going to call you out, bro. Yeah, not like a fucking personal thing, but I'm going to call you out your football opinion. I'm calling your football opinion out. One of the problems that we've got in this fan base, yeah, is that by saying that Savio is not good right now, people are taking it as if I'm saying Savio shit. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I've said, and that's never what I've said. I like Savio, and I think Savio's going to be a good player. But let's be honest, Savio's a right winger. So effectively, Savio is the Mahrez replacement. What's the gap? What's the gap between Mahrez and Savio? That's the point. And this is the problem that we've got. It's the same with Doku. It's the same with Doku. You can't say anything about these players because people will just come for you big time. I like Savio. I think he's going to be a good player. The point that I'm making is you want an explanation as to why we might be playing Europa League football if the results go against us on Sunday. It's because the drop-off in plays is crazy. I like Savio. I'm happy we bought Savio. I think he's going to be a good player. But should we have bought Savio as the Mahrez replacement? Absolutely 100% not. Absolutely not. Could we have bought Elise as the Mahrez replacement and then brought Savio as an understudy? Yeah, cool. I like Savio, bro. I've always said that. I think Savio's a good player, and I think in a couple of years, he could be a real top player. I really firmly believe that. Yeah. But Savio isn't going to win you a Champions League now. Savio's probably not going to win you a Premier League now. So if we want to turn into a team that's Project FC and wait for a couple of years, cool. We'll do that. We'll turn into that. It's cool. We'll wait 2-3 years and see what happens. But if you want to win now, you want to win next season, you want to win this season, you can't buy a random Brazilian from Girona after one good year and expect him to cook off the rip and win you a Premier League. There's a difference between me calling a player shit, which I've never said about Savio and I've never said about Doku, and me saying a player is good, but not good enough for the here and now. We've got to be able to make that distinction. We do, because we can't just be sitting in a situation where fans can't have an opinion on a player that's slightly negative or not glazing, and people are just like, why are you saying this shit? You know? That's the facts. That's the facts. I will come to these super chats in a sec, guys. That's not about cooking you, bro, isn't it? It's just about, like, I keep saying it, bro. For me, the answer is honesty. The answer is honesty. The answer is not losing your shit. I've not lost my shit. I've been live for 31 minutes. Yeah, I'm actually quite calm. The answer is not losing our shit. Yeah. The answer is not happy clappy and just glazing everything. The answer is being honest. And if we're honest, you'll get the answers. Yeah. It's not about cooking players. It's not about cooking players. It's not about saying this player's shit, get him out of the club. Yeah. It's not about saying Pep's a fucking idiot, get him out. Yeah. It's about how did we get us? How have we gone from a team that's four-peated, won a treble, to a team that's clinging on for dear life for a point against Fulham to get Champions League football, and that has no fullbacks? How have we got here? Let's work it. Let's work it out. How did we get here? He got old. We didn't replace him. We then sold Mahrez for 25 million quid. We had a natural replacement there in Cole Palmer, but the club decided to sell him for 40 million and buy Jeremy Doku, who a random City fan, i.e. me, knew when I did a fucking scout along that this guy was going to be a problem in this club in terms of splitting the fan base. Yeah. The watch alongs there. Go watch it. Yeah. How is this happening? That's how we need to get back to that. How did we have success? What we done in the last 2 years compared to what did we do in the 3-4 years prior to that, which brought us all that success? Well, let's have a look at the signings that we made in that 4-year period compared to the signings that we made in this 2-year period. We was buying Rodri. We was buying top players. Haaland. We was buying Gvardiol. Yeah, we was buying top players. Now we're buying Gundogan on a free for 34 years old off Barcelona. We was buying Savio, 20-year-old from Troyes, who's a CFG club. Did we just buy him because he was cheap? And we hacked the system because he's a CFG player. Did we buy him because we actually legitimately thought this guy can cook? Or did we buy him because we can buy him for 30 million and we can think we can flog him for 50? When Elise was right there, who's prem-proven, homegrown, and a baller for 50 million. Being honest with ourselves. How do we get into this situation? Once you're honest, we can get out of this situation. And we will speak about this. How do we get out of this situation? How do we take City back to the top? Yeah? What do we need to do? What do we need to do to take City back to the top, guys? What do we need to do? Smash these likes up as well, guys. Smash these likes up as well. I'm not ignoring that. This is another thing. You never speak on Pep. I speak on Pep all the time. I've already said I think Pep is 99% to blame for where we are now. Said it so many times. I don't know why people always say that I never speak about him. I speak about him all the time. My match reaction against Palace, one of the first things I spoke about was Pep's team selection. I speak about him all the time. Pep is 99% to blame for this in terms of not getting the rebuild done in the summer. But what's the point in continuing to talk about the summer? We've just spoke about that. We all know it. Yeah. What we need to do now is acknowledge where we are today. Acknowledge where we are today and how do we fix it? We look at what got us success in those 4 years. How did we get those success and what's gone wrong? We need to fix that, man. Stop buying these project players. But Pep is to blame. But like, bro, what are we meant to do, innit? Just continue cooking him every day. I want to get back to the top, man. Yeah. I want to get back to the top. I'm sick and tired of the blame game, man. Like, get me back to the top of the fucking Premier League, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But going forward, Pep also has to adapt and get better. Now, I actually have some faith in this manager because of what he's done for this football club. This season, I think it's probably been his worst managerial season in his career, if I'm being honest with you. Some of the decision-making has been poor. Extremely poor. Southampton, why are you changing it, bro? Why are you changing the game again? Why are you changing it at Southampton? Why are you changing it for FA Cup? What are you doing? Why are you not playing Nico Gonzalez? What's going on here, right? So he's obviously got shit wrong. But I'm not just going to be cooking the guy on a reg. I'm going to see what happens next year. And I've already said, if it doesn't work next year, I think he'll probably walk anyway at the end of next year. And in fact, I'm getting the vibe that I think he's going to walk at the end of next year, regardless. I really do, you know. I'm thinking about it today, man. I'm thinking this guy's probably had enough, man. I think he'll do one more year, get this rebuilding, one more year, set us up. If we don't win it, we don't win it. If we win it, we win it, whatever. But get the team back to a level standard where we're not fighting for Europa League. Or, sorry, fighting for Champions League on the last day. And I think he might walk next year anyway. But yeah, Pep's got to change next year. But I think he will. He's shown that before. He's shown it before. It happened in 2020, man. You know what I'm saying? We fell off that year. Then what did we do? 4P and a treble. So why people are now saying that Pep can't adapt again when he's already adapted in previously? Like, it is what it is, isn't it? I think he'll change. But if he doesn't, and next year we shit again, I think he'll just go at the end of the year, man. I think he'll go at the end of the year. It really does. Shout out Sam, says, I'm 100% behind Pep, but the vibe around the club screams Wenger's Arsenal post-2010. Pep also seems to want one thing while the club the other. I can see him walking this summer personally. I don't think he'll walk this summer, bro. I can't lie. I don't think he'll walk at all this summer. But the facts are that whilst Pep's been at this football club, he's had Tiki next to him. And Tiki's not here. Tiki's leaving. Tiki's staying for this summer. And then he's gone. I'm pretty certain that Pep will leave at the end of next season, man. I have a good, strong view that he'll leave. Unless they absolutely cook in this transfer window and get some big players in. But it doesn't really look like they are. I mean, if you're looking at the players that I'm sorry, I will come to these super chats in a minute. My bad, innit? I'm just fucking waffling at the moment, yeah. The players that we're being linked with, are they really taking us back to the Premier League title, back to Champions League? Wesley, let's just say we go with our most linked targets. Wesley, Cambiasso, Morgan, Gibbs White, Rinders. I'm struggling to get my chest out there, boys, especially when Liverpool are signing Vertz and Arsenal might be signing Rodrigo and Gyökeres and Zubimendi. And I repeat what I've already said. I still think that if there are 4 signings, I still believe the major catalyst for this football club will be Rodri returning and returning back to top form and Foden getting back to top form. Rodri's better than all 4 of those players, and so's Foden. So for me, if they're your 4 players that we're signing, and I think that is what we're looking at the moment, I think the major catalyst for next year is not any of those signings. It's Rodri and Foden. And if Rodri and Foden don't get back to the best, I don't think Morgan, Gibbs White and Tijani Rinders is going to take you back to a Premier League or a Champions League. Not without Rodri at his best or Foden at his best. So I still maintain that the best thing that we can all hope and pray for this summer is that Rodri and Foden come back and come back strong. And if they do, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. But if they don't, nah. I think what those players will do, and I know some of you will hear this, and I don't really want to hear it. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's fucking disgusting. I think they'll get you top 4 comfortably. But Premier League, Champions League, nah. I think we're still relying on Rodri and Foden to return, which is why I'm happy that Foden's staying away from England. I hope he stays away from the Club World Cup. And hopefully we can get Rodri back on it. If we can get Rodri back on it, we can get Foden back on it. That's the best thing that can happen to us this summer now. That's the best thing. It's tough, man. It's tough out here. And you know what? I've said this for some time as well. I kind of feel sorry for Viana, me. I do, because I think he's been left a fucking shit show. I'll be real. I'm being real with you, man. I feel sorry for Viana. I really do, mate. Like, he's walking into a club here where the goalkeeper wants to leave. We have no recognised fullbacks. Rodri's coming back and he has no idea whether that's going to work or not. If Rodri comes back and he doesn't, and he's shit because the ACL's destroyed him and he doesn't sign a replacement or a backup, the fan base is going to cook him. He's now missed out on Vertz for whatever reason that is. We don't fully know, but whatever reason that is, does he bank on Foden getting back to his best? If he does, and then Foden doesn't get back to his best and he doesn't sign a replacement or a backup 10, then again, the fan base is going to cook him. But if he does sign a 10, a big 10, and Foden gets back to his best, then, someone's going to be left on the bench. That can create dressing room tensions. What does he do with the wingers? Yeah, Doku and Savio probably not good enough to be starting week in, week out for this football club. What does he do there? Oh, but you've got Bob. Bob looked mint. He's probably our best winger, even though he's only played 900 minutes. He was our best player in pre-season, but he's been injured all season, has hard to kick a ball. Do you bank on Bob getting in the first team and cooking? Well, you could do, but what about if these injuries have killed him as well? Or what about if he's just not as good as we all thought? Maybe he just had a good pre-season and a good couple of games last year. I feel sorry for Viana. I do, because I feel like the fan base is just going to turn on him rapid, and I don't think that's right. I don't. I think if anything, you should probably turn on. If it does go wrong, I think it's Tiki's fault and Pep's fault as well, not Viana. I think Viana's. I think he's struggling. I think he's going to be in a difficult position, man. I can't lie. And again, like, how much money does he have to get this sorted? Has the club told him he's not allowed to sign Vertz because it's too expensive? Is it his decision that it was too expensive? Or did we actually just get rejected? I don't know, man. I do feel sorry for the guy, mate. I can't lie. Like, I do feel sorry for him because he's not walked in a good squad. He's walked in a real tough position. And I think that's why Tiki's stayed on, because I think Tiki's realised as well that, oh dear, this is not good. Yeah, otherwise, why the hell would he? Why would Tiki have stayed in, man? Exactly. I think people shouldn't be blaming Viana, in my opinion. I really don't. I don't think you should be blaming Viana, man. But yeah, let's see how it gets on, bro. I hope he does well, innit? I hope he does well. I hope he does well. Let's speak about the future. Let's speak about how we solve this. So we've deep that, yeah. How do we solve this? How do we solve it? How can we get back to the top? Yeah, realistically. Sorry, yeah. Let me do these super chats. My bad, innit? My bad. Shout Ahmad, bro. Said take some classes from Richard Hughes, Hugo Viana, bro. Don't be blaming Hugo Viana, man. Don't be blaming Hugo Viana, bro. I don't think it's right that he gets blamed for this. He wasn't here after the treble year. He didn't let Gundogan go and not get a replacement, did he? He didn't sell Palmer as the Mahrez replacement. He didn't buy Doku. He didn't buy Savio. He didn't get Gundogan back on a free. Don't be blaming Viana, man. Who should get the blame? Tiki and Pep, man. Yeah. Shout out Shoei, bro. Big up to you, man. Disgraceful from the board, losing out on Vertz to Liverpool. So what, do you believe that we pulled out then, Shoei? Because I don't. I believe he rejected us. I believe he rejected us. I don't believe, I don't believe the narrative, the PR, bro. I don't. I think he rejected us for whatever reason that is. For whatever reason that is, Shoei, bro. I believe that he rejected us. You know what's sick about this as well, by the way? This chat thing here is now I can see the super chats and see the chat, which is well better, because usually on a StreamYard, yeah, if you're looking at the chat, if you're looking at the thingy, yeah, I can't see the comments. I can only see the super chat. So this is well better. Yeah, I wish it was a bit bigger. It's a bit small. I need it for, like, can I grab it and like No. It's a bit annoying. Now, big up Showy Man for the super chat, bro. Shout out Benno. Scouse mate told me it's 107 million fee and 10 million a year salary. What's 10 million a year salary? 10 million divided by 52. 200 grand a week. I don't think it's 200 grand a week, bro. I think there's a little bit of cap there, bro. I can't lie. I think that's a little bit of cap there. I can't lie. 200 grand a week. How about double it, bro? How about double it? Ain't no way they're getting him on 200 grand a week, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Shout out Tom, bro. Big up to my brother here. Says we are cut, bro. We must pray, man, like Gibbs White will save us. Nah, fact, bro. We got to put our trust in Gibbs White, bro. Hopefully he does well in it. Listen, I don't know if this guy's going to cook or not. I've already said, I don't know. I've not seen enough of him. I've seen a bit of him, which looks decent. But at the same time, I've watched quite a few Forest games, and I've never come away from a Forest game going, he's unbelievable. But, you know, he's obviously a good player. He's a good player. The question is he good enough? Is he good enough? That's the question. We sign a lot of these players that are good. Nunes is good. Kovacic is good. Gundogan is good. Savio is good. Doku is good. Good doesn't win you anything, man. You're trying to win the Champions League. The Champions League. Look at Barcelona, mate. Look at PSG. Yeah, they got Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, fucking Vitinha, Zaire, Hakimi, Mendes, Donnarumma, Doué, Bacola, Dembele. These are not good players. These are fucking world-class players, unbelievable players. Good players are nice. Good players are good. We have a lot of good players. And this is why I think it's a difficult conversation. Because when you talk about these good players and you say they're not good enough, people go, why are you saying this shit? No. They're good. They're not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Nah, big up to you, my bro. Nah, Barcola's not world class. I agree. I don't really rate that Barcola like that anyway, bro. I've already said that a few times, man. Yeah, I don't even rate that. But Dembele moving mad this year, innit? And then Doué, yeah, he's looking like a potential Neymar regen. He's a project, innit? But he's a project, which you definitely want a project on Doué, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Doué has like sky-high potential, bro. Doué has like Neymar potential. Like, he has that potential. So if you want a project, you want a project of a player that's like, he's a serious talent, man. You don't want a project of a guy that's like, oh, yeah, he might end up being quite good, innit? Nah, if you want projects, man, go and get me Mastan Tuono. If you want projects, play Echeverry. Players with sky-high potential. Yes, sky-high. Give me a project player of like someone that might just turn out to be decent, right? You know? LB, I agree with what you said to Dax. He may not want to play under Pep. Also, Vertz and family may have been unhappy with Pep not being there for the big meeting while Slot was there, per sources. Oh, was Slot there in the end? Yeah. I thought Slot was in Ibiza, bro. What's all that about then? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We don't know, innit? It might be Pep. He might not like Pep's system. It might be the finances. I have no idea, bro. Nobody knows, innit? Nobody knows. But there's obviously a reason he's rejected us. And I think the club needs to look at that and go, why has he rejected us? Why did Rice reject us? Why did Bellingham reject us? Why have we been rejected quite a few times? Is there a pattern? What are the players saying? What are they rating? Let's get some feedback. Get some feedback. When you go for a job interview, yeah, and you get rejected, yo, can you tell me why you rejected me? What's happening? How come you rejected me from a job? Oh, well, actually, mate, basically, yeah. When we asked you this question, didn't really like what you said, innit? Like, we would prefer to go this direction. All right, Bears. Why? This is the reason. Oh, that makes sense. Right, next time I might change, innit? Feedback, Bray. It's all about the feedback. Maybe it's 115. Again, no one really knows. I wasn't saying that was the reason. I'm just saying it might be the reason. Just like 115 might be the reason. You might not have offered them enough money. Now, big up Cool Guy, man. Appreciate it. Big up Ashton. Did it try make Liverpool look bad being rejected? What's that? What do you mean, bro? Did it try? What does he mean, chat? What do you mean, Ash? Did it try make LFC look bad being rejected? Did it to try? Did it to try make Liverpool look bad? I still don't know what you mean. That's not like me, Ash. We did it to try. We did it to try. Nah, bro. Sorry, bro. The brain ain't braining here. The brain ain't braining. When you was talking about the 300 million thing. Oh, so you're saying that we released it to say, oh, look at Liverpool for spending 300 million. But the thing is, though, who cares? Who cares? Isn't it? Who cares? You think Liverpool fans give a shit? You think I care that we pay Haaland £500,000 a week? Do you think I care? Do you think any City fan cares when he's banging goals? Do you think Liverpool fans care? Do you reckon Liverpool fans, when they sign Vertz, do you reckon Liverpool fans are going to be live on YouTube? In the pub, speaking to the mates? Speaking to the family members? Speaking to the Liverpool fans going, you know what, lads, I'm a bit gutted about Vertz. And they go, oh, why, mate? Why? Because we're spending fucking 300 million euros on him, lads. What? Who gives a shit? Who cares, bro? I mean, who cares? So, yeah, maybe. No, I agree. Maybe that's the reason. But if it is the reason, again, you find me one Liverpool fan who gives a shit that they're spending 300 million euros, and I'll show you are wrong, mate. Real talk. Yo, big up Karl for 12 months says Vertz a few weeks ago was quoted 100 million euro. So an extra 50 is kind of crazy. Can't defend the club either way. Should have done the groundwork months ago. Says Karl with a 12. There's, bro. Big up to you. Big up for the year as well, man. I appreciate it. Don't think we got rejected. I just don't think we rate him highly as the asking price. City rarely overpays for anyone, which might be true. So you're saying that the PRs is legit. And if that's true, fairs. I just think, though, Jerry, yeah, when... That isn't, again, it's my opinion. I just think that when you're telling Kevin De Bruyne he's leaving and there is an absence of available creative talent on the market, I don't really think you've got a choice, bro. I really don't think you've got that much of a choice. And an alternative option could have been to keep De Bruyne for another year as a squad rotator with Foden and Messi, and then maybe go and try and get Musiala on his release clause next year. But what we've done is we've let De Bruyne leave, and now it looks like we've not got any replacement. So, yeah, maybe, bro. Listen, again, I let everyone have their own opinion. Yeah, I don't want everyone to just agree with me in it. Have your own views, man. Shout out, Jerry. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Brandon says, LB, isn't this similar to the Kane saga? The Kane saga, I think, was a lot different because Kane wanted to join City. Kane only had City in his mind. Kane said yes to City. He agreed to City. I want to go City. And everything was, he's going. City thought they were getting him. And then it turned out that this release clause actually wasn't a release clause, and it was a gentleman's agreement that didn't exist. So I don't think it's anything to do with, I don't think it's similar at all, to be honest with you, Brandon, to the Kane saga. I actually knew some guy who worked at City at the time, don't work there anymore. And he said everybody at the football club was told we're getting Kane. Kane's done. Why? Because Kane had agreed personal terms with City, and he told City that this release clause existed that didn't exist. And in the end, Levy was just like, nah. And that's why Kane was about to go on strike, but in the end didn't. So no, I don't think it's anything to do. I don't think it's similar at all because Kane fully committed to Manchester City. Vertz didn't. And that's the difference, bro. But it is, again, it's annoying that it's another top target that we've missed on, right? It is annoying, and I get that. What's not good? LB, I've been under a rock for the last 24 hours. AK, my advice, bro, get back under the rock, lad. Go back under the rock, bro. Turn the stream off and go back under the rock. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, bro. I'll pick up, man. Vertz going to Liverpool, isn't it? Shout out to you as well. Says, I think because having to build a whole squad compared to Liverpool, but personally I'm hurt, and maybe I think the power is shifting to Liverpool and Pep exits soon. Bro, I'll be real with you, man. And again, I know some people won't like this. I kind of low-key agree, bro. I think Liverpool now are definitely favourites going into next season. If they get Vertz done, they sign Kirkes, they get Frimpong, and maybe they get a striker. I think they're definitely favourites going into next year. And I think the Pep era is just coming to an end, though. Not in a Pep out way. I think it is just naturally coming to an end. I mean, I don't see Pep staying more than his 2-year contract. I actually think he's going to go at the end of next year. That's the way I'm feeling it right now. Yeah. I feel like the naturally the Pep era is coming to an end. He's done what, 9 years, 10 years, or whatever it is. It is coming to an end naturally. It is. But what we need to do, yeah, because I agree with you, yeah. I feel that right now the power is shifting towards Liverpool. What we need to do is make that power shift as difficult as humanly possible. And that means going in the transfer market and buying the best possible players to make it difficult for Liverpool to go and do a back-to-back. Maybe stop them doing a double, like a Premier League FA Cup, go and win the FA Cup, win a Carabao Cup, compete Champions League. Like, we need to make it as difficult as possible. And hopefully by doing that as well, we can maybe win it ourselves. But I agree with you, man. And that's why I say it, innit? Like, I ain't got a good feeling, bro. I just hope that the board can pull something out, mate. Like, get me some more Marmoushes. That was a great signing. Brilliant. The board cooked there. The board cooked. Yeah, they still know how to cook. They got Cousinov, good player. Good signing. Yeah. They've got a couple of good ones done, man. They ain't completely dead. Yeah, they are. They still know how to sign a good player. But the problem is this summer, bro, I need like 5. I need like 5, bro. And I need all these 5 to be Marmouche quality players. And I need them all this summer because you're forcing me to say that because you've neglected the squad for the last 2 years. And that's going to cost you 200, 300 million, which is what I've said. I've said 300 million. I said at the start of January, this is going to cost 500 million to sort out. I said that before the January transfer window. 500 million to sort out. Well, we're 175 deep already. And I think this needs at least another 300 million spending on it. Because we're neglected. And that's why I say, going forward, I believe the football club should deploy a policy where they spend £100 million a summer minimum. Yeah, because by doing that, you keep on top of the squad. You keep the squad maintenance. You just let the squad maintain. Yeah, and then maybe 100 mil, and then that summer you go 150 or 200. Yeah, and then 100, 100, 100, 100. You keep it nice and smooth. The transfer spend should be smooth. 150. You want to go and get a big player, maybe 200, but 100, 100, 100. What we've done, yeah, we spent a lot of money, and then this summer, when we should have done a rebuild and maybe spent 200 and had that bit of a spike, yeah, we should have had a bit of a spike this summer and gone 200, 250. We went 20, boom, straight down here. Yeah, what goes down must go up, chat. Yeah, spend gone down, squad quality goes down. Oh, we need the squad quality to go up. Oh, well, you want to get it back to maintenance level. Oh, well, you want to get back to maintenance. Well, that means now you're going to go to all the way back up there, Brit. Because you need to spend. We're not at maintenance level. We're behind maintenance. The squad right now is unhealthy, Brit. So to get back to healthy, you need to go right up there, spend pure cash to get the squad back, and then carry on. You know what I'm saying? Please don't. You need to keep that regular spend. Just keep it ticking over. I'm not asking for you to go out and buy Haalands every year. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I'm asking you, instead of signing a Gundogan or a Kovacic, sign a Rinders for 60 and then sign a new defender or whatever. Keep it ticking over. But we didn't keep it ticking over. And like I say, I think they'll learn from that because they're not stupid. And again, I trust Khaldoon. I do trust Khaldoon, and I think that he'll know what's gone on. And I believe in these type of organizations, and I don't know, I've never worked in an organization like this, right, at a high level, but I believe in a high-level organization. And I'd be interested to know if anyone in the chat works at a high level, in one of these sort of companies. When things go wrong, I'm absolutely convinced that they all have a big meeting and go, what has happened here? How has this happened? Bang. Bang. You know what I'm saying? 115 could be a thing, Mark. It could be a thing. Could be a thing. 100% could be a thing. But we signed Gavardio with a 115. Didn't we? We signed Gavardio with 115. So we can sign players. Haaland signed a 10-year contract on 115. So whilst, yes, 115 might be an issue, you're not telling me that 115 is the reason why last summer that was the only reason we signed Savio and Gundogan. I don't buy that 1 little second. 1 little second, I don't buy that at all. No way. Jude, Rice, Vertz, Neves, Kvara, Elise. We have none. Says LB with a 2. Yeah, facts, bro. Shout out to Benno. Says if we did fly him out, he also met with Liverpool. Basically, we took him on a date and he nailed the waiter in the box while we sat on the table. It's funny that, bro. I can't lie. He nailed the waiter in the box. Now, big up, Benno. That's a funny one, man. Big up, lad. Nailed the waiters in the box, bro. I can't lie. That's funny, that. Yo, big up Nizat as well. Says, my parents work in the UAE. It's absolutely ruthless here. If you get fired, you'll ship back to your home country and basically suffer for at least 3 years, says Nizat. Fucking hell. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Just met Damian in a pub. He has 300k subs, said your mates. Oh, yeah. Is that the finance guy? The finance guy. Yeah, big up Damian, man. Damian talks money. Or Damian talks finance. Yeah, I know that guy, innit? Big up to him, man. Shout out Damian. Yeah, he's a good lad, he's Damian. Yeah, maybe he wants to become our sporting director, bro. You know what I mean? Help him out with the cash. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I can't lie. Yo, shout out to Maher, bro. Says, Rodrigo is the kind of signing we need to make. Okay, so I agree. But the problem is, the way that we're looking like we're setting up the team going into next year doesn't look like we're going to be playing wingers. So that's the problem that you've got with Rodrigo. Is I completely agree. He's the type of player that we need to be signing, like elite level players, right? But we keep talking about how we're going to be playing next year and the sort of system and the tactics and the formation. And most people are agreeing that we ain't going to be playing wingers next year. We're going to be playing the fullbacks with the 2 sort of 10s with Marmoush and Foden. So do you play Rodrigo in one of those like middle positions? Or are we just wrong? Maybe we are going to play with wingers and we're getting it wrong. I don't know. Bro. But yeah, he's the type of player that we should be sort of targeting for me. I agree. Shout out Anthony. Says, LBIC Rinders join you guys before Club World Cup because Pep wants him. Our current ownership at Milan doesn't care about winning trophies, says Anthony. Yeah, that's an L for you, bro. I can't lie. I've actually done a couple of watch-alongs, bro. I don't know if you sub to the second channel. More LB, link in description if you're not, bro. But yeah, I've done a couple of AC Milan watch-alongs. And I watched the Inter Milan game, the Coppa Italia semi-final. I thought he was pretty good in that. And then the final, I thought he was abysmal, man. I can't lie. I really can't lie. I thought he was terrible. I thought Bologna well deserved it. I know they only won. I think it was 1-0 in the end, wasn't it? But I thought they cooked you, bro. Like, they were well better than you. You're miles off it, man. So yeah, that's a bit of an L. And I think that's why we might be getting this guy at a good price, because I seen that. There was something that come out before, yeah. Let me see if I can pull this up. About. Oh yeah, I don't know. Did I? I don't know if I did. Oh no, this come out earlier on. No, I've not shown you. Big up Anthony, bro. Big up the donation. This come out earlier on, chat, yeah? A difference between 10 million euros has emerged in discussions between Man City, 65 million euros, and AC Milan, 75 million euros over their respective valuations of Tijani Rinders. City's opening formal offer is expected on or by Monday. Yeah, so listen, I still think this deal gets done. I don't think this is good optics when the club's just pulled out of a deal for Vertz, but I think the deal gets done. It probably gets done at around 70 million, let's be honest, euros, which is, according to Google, 70 in GBP. That's 58 million pounds. I think that's a good price. I think the club should be happy to pay that, get this deal done rapid, and I think we get it done. So I think this deal does get done for around 58, 59 million quid, and I think that's a good signing. And I think that is it's a massive level raiser from what we've currently got, in my view. Yeah, I think that's a massive raise. I think it's a good signing. Get it over the door. Get it across the line. But, you know, when we've got this shit going on with Vertz, City fans don't really want to be reading shit like this, yeah? But this is just negotiation tactics, yeah? But like I say, City, unfortunately, because of the position we're in, are going to have to pay. You know, you might be able to get, you might have to do a little bit of negotiation, right? But you're going to have to pay ultimately what the clubs want, because clubs know that we're knocking on doors and we ain't turning around really. We're going to pay. You know? So yeah, that's the current update on Rinders. Big up to Anthony, bro. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up to Plebes. Says, sad truth is our fan base shits on Arsenal, justifiable for the FaZe FC nonsense. Yet the same fans accept average/mid as foot players for the future, says Plebes. Bro, like I say, for me, bro, I keep saying I don't mind having project players. I actually like having a couple project players. I think it's cool to put like a bit of investment into a player who's like a young player, especially if they come from your academy or whatever. But you can't have too many, and you can't combine those project players with unks. You need the players who are like 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 maybe. Prime players. And, you know, I can prove it to you because I can bring up the squad and I can show you the ages. Yeah, I've done this before. I've done it on Transfermarkt and I can show you the ages. How many players do we have between 25 and 29? Let me bring it up. Let's do the maths. Yeah, what's our squad like? 26? 26 players in this current squad? What is it? Pep moaning about it the other day. Is it 26? Also, why is Transfermarkt washed website now? Oh, it's so slow. Right, let's have a look. How many players have we got between 25 and 29? Phillips, 1. Akanji, 2. Yeah. So we actually also deep, if these are good enough. Not at a football club. 5th choice. Being sold. ACL. Possibly getting dropped for Cousinov. Not good enough. Mint. So even if we be kind, we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 players out of our current squad in that age range of where you want them to be. Yeah, 3. And I think that is not ideal, because that's where you want, for me, that's where you want most of your players to be, because that's the prime, that's where you get prime players. That's prime. A lot of our players are either younger than that. Yeah. Like early 20s. Yeah. A couple of these are young, or unks. The actual main age range between 29 and 25. Yeah, 9 men. Did I check on chat once? I've got the chat on the screen. I'm reading all your comments. Yeah, between this age range, you've only got 3 players in it who are like legit good players. And surely, no, again, everybody can agree with this, right? This isn't some sort of controversial take, no? This isn't a controversial take, is it, chat? That you want a lot of players between 25 and 29. This to me seems like a pretty legit thing, no? We got 3 players between 25 and 29 that are legit good. Diaz, who again might actually be being dropped for Huzanov, according to some people. Rodri, who's had an ACL all year, and freaking, who was the other one? Mamouche. Plettenberg tweet. Please be good. 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 A move involving Rodrigo and Arsenal is proving to be very complicated. There has been new talks in recent hours. The biggest issue is his wage demands, reportedly around 10 million net per year. Arsenal not prepared to go that far. Rodrigo is willing to leave Real Madrid if the right offer comes in. Right, first of all, I ain't cooking them. Because, bro, I'm not cooking Arsenal in it for this, first of all, yeah. Because can't be asked. I want to focus on my own team. But, okay, let's make it simple. If Pep wants to play with wingers next year, sign him. If he doesn't, don't just sign him because we're desperate for a big player, yeah? Deal? Deal? Or no deal? Surely that's a deal. But if we're not playing with wingers, don't be signing him, bro. But if he does want to play with wingers, sign him. Simple. Oh, smash these likes up as well, chat. If you've not done so already, 1,300 people locked in on this Friday night, Bray. Smash up the likes. Make sure you guys are subbed up to the channel as well if you're new. Mad, innit? Oh, you know what I always think's weird as well, yeah? It's like, I'm sorry, I will finish off the super chat, man. Don't worry. They're all starred. I won't be sending. They're all starred, man. Big up for the support as always, man. Like, what do you reckon Viana and like Tiki are doing now? Do you reckon they're like? Do you reckon they're chilling? Do you reckon they're like chilling? Do you reckon they're panicking? Do you reckon they like? I don't know. I'd love to know what they're doing, innit? Do you reckon they're sat there going, "Fucking hell, what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do? Pick up the phone, transfer market data. Who's the best fucking CDM? Who's the best attacking midfielder? FIFA." Yeah, get on FIFA career mode, scout players, FIFA manager, football manager, get on there. Who's the best player? Yeah. Sudamericano, Carrizio. Like, or do you reckon they're just like, yo, these City fans need to relax. These City fans need to relax, mate. Yeah. They don't know what's about to happen here. Maybe they believe that, like, we're well underestimating Morgan Gibbs White. Maybe they're thinking, these boys don't know about Morgan, mate. Morgan's going to come in and start cooking. He's the next Kevin De Bruyne. Maybe they're like, yo, these guys don't know about Rinders. He's better than Gundogan in his prime. Maybe they're like, yo, we reckon the data is telling us that Savio and Docker are about to start cooking real nice next season. These City fans don't have access to the data. I don't know. I'm curious. I'd love to know. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, innit, in one of those these meetings, man. Unless they're panicking, because then that would set me off on panic mode, and then I'd be panicking. Imagine like you actually saw them and they were like, "Fuck, we're fucked. Wow, we're fucked. We thought you rejected us and now we're cooked, bro. Sudakov, get me Sudakov. Tiki, have you got Sudakov's agent's number? He's already signed for Napoli, mate. Fuck." Viana's like, "I should have stayed at Lisbon." And Amarim's like, "I should have stayed there too." Ah. That's too funny, man. I can't lie. Oh, days. It's mad. LB, did you see Pep on his bicycle attending KDB party? Yeah, I did. I actually like how the fact that Pep can just cut about on his bike, man. Like, that's cool, isn't it? That should happen more. That should happen more, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think the players are thinking? They see everything on Twitter. Well, first of all, I've already said this pure time, but I don't think any football player should be on Twitter. I don't think it's good for them at all. And people will say, right? People will say, yeah, but fans shouldn't say nasty things on Twitter. It's irrelevant. It's going to happen. You can't control what people write on Twitter, but you can control not going on the app, mate. Oh, but people shouldn't write nasty things. Yeah, they shouldn't. They shouldn't read nasty things. They shouldn't. You're absolutely spot on. Yeah. But what are you going to do? People do that. People do that. People are going to write nasty shit. So why are you on it? Yeah. Big up John Stones. John Stones ain't on the app. Rodri's not on the app. They're fine. Yeah. Don't be on the app, man. Don't be on the app. I don't get why players go on it, bro. I really don't get why players are on it, man. And TikTok as well. They're all on TikTok as well. Like, Rodri's not asked, innit? Rodri's just like, bro, why do I need to see what fucking Mamouche season, yeah, or Erling season, or Ticket Out season? Why do I need to see what they're seeing? Like, what the hell does that even do to me, innit? Like, don't be on the app, man. All you need to know is what do your players think and what does your manager think? And what do you think of yourself? Why do you care what some random guy saying on Twitter, bro? Like, honestly. It's a finished app, bro. You know what I mean? Bro, I've been real, yeah. Like, I've been thinking loads recently, like, why am I even on this app? I don't need the app. I don't get anything from the app. I very rarely tweet my shows on the app. Funny enough, my last two shows I've actually tweeted, but usually I don't tweet my shows. Like, I don't tweet, oh, I'm going live. I very rarely do that. Although, funny enough, the last two times I've done it. Bro, I don't know. Hossam's not on it. Hossam got rid of it. It's just like, I don't. It's a bit of a laugh. I do think it's funny at times, though. It is funny, that app. It is. And I think when we're going for a meltdown, it is quite funny to see people just fucking have a complete not a meltdown on the app. But I don't think you get anything out of it. But then you could say that about social media, isn't it, really? Like, social media positive. We're cooked. We're going deep, boys. We're fucked, innit? We're going deep. LB speaking about his social media a positive or a negative thing. Yeah, we're fully cooked as a club, man. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? We're fully cooked. This is how bad it is. Yeah, we've lost out on Vertz, and now LB is debating whether or not we should be social media. And let me finish these super chats, boys, and then we'll speak about these signings that we can make to try and improve us and what that level would be at, which is a fun part of the show because it's where we actually spend money. Shout out, Cool Guy says Pep has a system, does not allow some players to play their natural game. Jack Foden, Nico O'Reilly, Nunes, etc. Maybe Vertz does not like being in a system. Possible. Maybe Vertz just listened to the sporting project that Pep said and went, I don't want it. I want to go somewhere with a bit more freedom. Because that's just a fact. Pep does limit players in terms of the freedom. Certain players get freedom, like Kevin De Bruyne's had freedom, and I would have thought that Vertz would have had the freedom, but maybe Vertz wasn't going to get the freedom. I don't know. Again, it's a potential theory. All it is theory, bro. It's just a theory. It could have been money. It could have been anything. We don't know in it at this moment. The only thing we've been told is City didn't want to pay the cash, which I don't believe. Shout out Daniel says Rodri, Nico G, Rinders midfield is good enough. I think it's a decent midfield. I think with that midfield, I think you compete for the title. Do you win it? Don't know. Will I get my chest out saying we're going to win it? Definitely not. Is it good enough for the Champions League? I don't think so. Could you get to the semi-final, quarter-final? Probably. Yeah. It's not shit. Yeah, obviously, part of this, by the way, is you need Rodri to get back to full form. If he's not, then you're cooked, innit? You know what I mean? We need him back at full form. You absolutely do need him back at full form. Facts. Facts, bro. 100%. 100%. Players suited and booted him. Pep and his tracking. Yeah, I looked. I love it. I do love that. I love how Pep is able to just, ride his bike home. You know what I mean? It's good, man. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these famous people and these celebrities, like they can't do that. They have to get taxis everywhere, and I don't think it's particularly nice, man. You know what I mean? Like, obviously having the money is nice and all that, but the fact, like, bro, that guy can't just walk down the street in it. Like, bro, imagine him walking down fucking Market Street or something. Bro, it wouldn't be cool, that would it? You know what I mean? So again, I don't know why I'm going so deep here. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm going deep. No, I'm going deep in it. We need to bring in physicality. We were too lightweight this season. No, I agree. However, one, Rodri will massively improve that. Two, Nico Gonzalez, if Pep actually rates him and trusts him, will improve that. Maybe Rinders will improve that as well. He's big. He's 6 foot plus. So I think that's already kind of been addressed. But it does actually need to come to fruition, right? Facts. Nicholas says, answering Pep's desire of a small squad is a mistake. We're either losing too much experience or young talent is impeding a proper rebuild, just like in the last summer. All I would say on that is we've had a small squad for the last 4 years and done quite well. But we will only do quite well again is if the quality of the squad this time is as good as it was last time. And at the moment, it's a million miles away. Yeah, that's the facts. A lot of people want Cherky. Need someone who can cross to Erling and Mamouche. You need someone to be able to create for Haaland, which is the current worry. I think with a lot of City fans right now, it's like, now De Bruyne's going, who's creating for Haaland? Doku isn't. Savio's not at the moment. Foden's not. Kovacic isn't. Like, who's creating for him right now? That's a bit of a concern and a fair concern. A fair concern indeed. Rinders, I think, will help. Rodri coming back will help. If we can get Foden back to his absolute best, that will help. But yeah, that's a bit of a concern at the moment because we have a player at the moment who's up top and we're not really creating too much for him. Facts. Absolute facts. Crazy, bro. Breaking the low block, mission impossible. Well, yeah, don't worry, Nicholas. I've got it, bro. I've got it. Sorry, like we got bare super chats. Big up to everyone that super chatted. All the super chats are starred. Don't worry, I will come to them, man. My bad, not on the delay. This is why you need players that can shoot from distance. Yeah, because when you're playing in a low block, you need to be able to test the goalkeeper from distance. And we have no players in this current squad that can do that who are fit. Rodri comes back. He can shoot from distance. Nico Gonzalez can shoot from distance, but for some reason, Pep's not been playing him. Tijani Rinders can shoot from distance. Foden can shoot from distance, but this year hasn't been on it. So hopefully he can get back next year. If we have a starting midfield next year of Rodri, Tijani Rinders, or Nico Gonzalez and Foden, all in form, yeah, and Marmoush obviously there as well, chat. You've got 4 or 5 players straight away that can shoot from distance. Right now we have what, Marmoush? That's it. Yes, it's important. It is an important aspect of the game to be able to shoot from outside the box. You know, it's facts. Shout out Holman says, I agree. Since the treble, we bought average players. Pep prefers versatile all-rounders, but I'd rather have specialists in each position. Pep's tactics also play a part in this. Yeah, but I don't think Pep has a big say about who we buy, bro, in terms of the actual player. Because when we signed Doku, Pep said in a press conference, like, he basically didn't know who the guy was or something. I remember him saying, like, yeah, he basically had no idea. Like, Tiki just bought the geezer. So I don't really know how much. And I think that's also backed up by the fact that you think Pep know who Cousinov is, bro. You think Pep knew who Vita Hayes was. Pep ain't watching Brazilian football, bro. Yeah, Pep ain't watching Lens. He don't know who these guys are. You know what I mean? He probably didn't even know who Nico G was, really. He probably did, actually. He probably did. He probably did know who Nico G was, innit? Because he played for Barca. But I don't think Pep knows a lot about some of these players that we buy. I think the play, and that, you know, because otherwise, like, do you think he wanted Phillips? Did he balls? He didn't want Phillips. The club bought Phillips, and then he went, "This guy's crap, mate. Why have you bought him?" So yeah, I don't think he has a lot. Honestly, mate, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if he has very little to say about the players. Very little. Very little. Shout out Prodigal says, we used to make fun of Arsenal fans. Now we're acting like them. We ain't going to be a top again. Pep may have made our club, but he's still human and replaceable. Nothing over the club and standards. Well, bro, this is what I'm saying. We need top players. Don't be signing average players. We got to sign top players, man. We got to sign top players. Otherwise, what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, facts, Nigel, but it's all about context, isn't it? It's all about, you know, relativity, yeah? Factual information. This season for City would be most teams' best ever season. But at the same time, Khaldoon and Pep will not accept this going forward. You know what I mean? You know that's true because Pep said even if we won the FA Cup, it was a bad season. So I know for a lot of fans, if we won the FA Cup, they would have said it was a great season. But even Pep himself said that. You know what I mean? Pep himself said it would still be a bad season if we won the FA Cup. So now it's about how can we get ourselves back to the top. And I honestly believe at this point, it's not a transfer thing. It's a Rodri and Foden thing. I honestly, boys, I'm so convinced that if City win the Premier League next year or the Champions League, it will not really be about the signings, although they will have some part to play with it. I think it'll be about the fact that Rodri and Foden come back and cooked. Yeah, obviously you need some signings to cook in that, but I'm saying the main reason, if we win the Premier League next season and we say what's it down to, yeah, it's probably going to be down to Rodri rather than Rinders or Gibbs White. Oh, yo, big up Damian, man. You said it before. You said it before. Yes, LB, seen a man watching you live in a pub in Stockton Heath. Bought him a pint for the legendary behaviour. Oh, yo, come on, man. Oh, come on. That's sick. Yeah, he was in the chat before. He said he's seen you. Now, that's mad. I don't know if you want a job at City, mate, helping out with the finance department, bro. Tell them that we do have the cash for Vertz because they're telling us that they're broke and they don't have the cash. Now, big up, man. Big up Damian Talks Money, innit? I chat, you want any finance information, yeah? Make sure you subbed up to Damian's channel, man, for the finance news, innit? LB is big time. Someone watching me live in a pub. Now, come on, man. Honestly, bro. Now, I fucking love this community, man, we've got here. Honestly, it's crazy. I love it. You know what I mean? It is class. It is class. And I actually like the fact that people challenge me, like, not the dickheads who do it, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you get these pricks who do it. But, like, it's good when people challenge, you know what I'm saying? I like it. It's when people do it in a dickhead way. That's where I know Damian from somewhere. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got like fucking 400,000 followers, bro. Damian talks money. Oh, he's a big dog, him. Can't lie. He's got 300,000 subscribers, bro. Damian talks money. Go watch his, go and subscribe if you've not already done so, man. If you want finance news. Man, big up, man, for the super chat, bro. You don't have to donate, man. I appreciate it. And big up to the guy that's in the pub and enjoy your pint. Enjoy the pint, bro. Come on, man. Come on, innit? Nah, big up, bro. Nah, innit? It's facts. It's facts. Nah, I met from Bury somewhere on the lash. Maybe. I saw him in town on the piss, innit? So maybe you did see him in Bury. Maybe you did. I don't know where he lives, in it, but yeah, I saw him in town on having beers. Let's have a look at some of the chat. It says, I think that, is this working, this chat thing, by the way, here? Because all I can see is Tom's chat. Is he spamming? Because I don't think he is. Is it broke? You see this chat? Is this broke? Because why does it just say Tom, Tom, Tom when that's not in the chat? It's broke. Should I turn it off and on again? There we go. I think it's fixed. It's new. They've only just added it, so maybe it's still got like some bugs or something. Maybe it's got some bugs. Maybe it's got some bugs in it or something like that. Because it's pretty new. It's pretty new. What about creativity? No wingers can't win with Doku, Savio as your creative players. Nah, I agree. That's why we need to get creative players in. But this is why I think you need to get fullbacks. I'd be sending Ait Nori. I really would. I'd send Ait Nori or Kirkes and go and get them. I think your midfield of Rodri, Rinders, Marmouche and Foden, or Marmouche and Morgan Gibbs White, or whatever, a combination of those four players out of the five should be able to create enough for Haaland and create enough for the team to score goals. You know what I mean? If it isn't, it isn't. And then you just full send Musiala next year and go and put 140 million quid down. Or you play Echeverri and see what he does. Honestly, though, I do think that we need to have a proper conversation now about Echeverri. And I'm not forcing it. I'm really not. I even said on the stream this morning, yeah, and in previous streams, if you want to loan him, loan him. I'm not asked. I do like Echeverri, obviously. I rate him in that. I'm not trying to force Echeverri into the team if he's not good enough. I've already said if the guy's shit, sell him. I don't care. Yeah, I've said that about all the players. McAtee, I like McAtee. If he's shit, sell him. Yeah, I'm not asked about that. I want Man City to win, not Player FC. But I do think we should try him. I think we should try him and see what he's about. And if he's good, mint. If he's not, nah. Echeverri is mid. If he turns out to be mid, cool. I'm not bothered if he's mid. I'm not bothered. If he's mid, he's mid. We'll sell him or loan him or whatever. I don't care. I mean, I'm not asked. I just want to try and see it. What happens if we play him and he is good though, bro? One of us is wrong. I think he's good. You think he's shit. Yeah? Or you think he's mid. One of us is wrong, bro. What about if you're wrong? If you're wrong, we've got a player there that can play in that creative position. I agree. I completely agree with you, bro. 100% agree. I completely agree. Get him in the team for the Club World Cup and let's see what he's like. And if at the end of the tournament, we're sitting there and we go in, nah, this guy's trash. Fairs. You guys can cook me. You'll go, oh, LB, you said he was mint. And I'll go, yeah, I know. It turns out it was just not that good. Hold. LB hold. Elbow knowledge. And I'll be like, oh, chat's cooking me. You know what I mean? And then, boom, we get rid of him, buy someone else. But if he's mint, then I cook you. Yeah? You all hold. You have the elbow knowledge. And we've got a creative midfielder that you bought for 11, 12 million quid that turns out to be mega. Club World Cup, man. He's got to play. He's got to play. We've got to try him out. Got to try him out, boys. All right, let me finish off these super chats. I do want to speak about these transfers, man, before we finish, innit? Let me get through these and we'll speak about transfers. Vertz not at Bayern makes Musiala next summer more likely. Remember, Pep wanted Musiala last summer, silver lining, but a genuine possibility. Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see if we've got the cojones to go and do that deal. He has got a release clause, so you can just go and drop the 140 million on him. And, you've got him provided he actually doesn't reject you. But, yeah, We'll see if we actually go for that. We'll see if we go for that deal, bro. We'll see if we go for it. But he is available because he's got a release clause next year. Yo, big up Tarek as well. Hope you enjoy London, bro. Says, yo, LB, do you think Pep looks at what other teams are doing and complains about what we aren't willing to do? I have no idea, mate. I have no idea what goes beyond them doors, mate. He could be sitting there saying, don't sign anybody. I've got Gundogan and Bernardo and the fucking mint, and I don't need any players. I've got Doku, I've got Savio. He might be great. I don't know. He could be sitting there slagging this team off. He could be sitting there to Tiki and Viana and saying, why the hell have you bought Gonzalez? He's crap. Why have you bought him? He's crap. Why have you bought Vita Hayes? He's crap. He could be doing that. At the same time, he might be going, don't buy anyone. This squad's mint, bro. And they're like, yo, you want Vertz? And he's like, I don't need Vertz. I don't need Vertz. I don't know what's going on. I literally have no idea, innit? I literally have no idea. Yo, big up Sean says, LB, I missed the days when I was a 10-year-old in Stockport. I didn't have a clue about politics or football. It's less enjoyable these days. Bro, I'm telling you now, yeah, VAR, PSR, all that nonsense, it's made it dull, man. I'm telling you now, football was well better back in the day with no PSR and VAR. It was. Facts. Facts. It was also less stressful when City were rubbish as well. Shout out to Sahuchi, is it, bro? Sahuchi says, Rodrigo, Cherky, Rinders, Theo Hernandez, Leo Vermento, not realistic, but we have the cash and we need to be ruthless. Club needs to wake up, man. You say it's not realistic. Cherky's realistic. Rinders is realistic. Theo Hernandez is realistic. So 3 out of the 5 on that list are realistic. Rodrigo is available, so it's realistic. Livramento might be tough to get out of Newcastle, but I think if you go drop 75 million on him, you can get him out. So you say it's not realistic, yeah, but you can go and get those players if you want. Do we have the budget for it? I don't know. I've not done the maths on it yet. But these are quality players. Quality players, yeah? I don't think that's like mad not realistic. I think that is realistic. It's to the upper end of realism, yeah? You get into the boundary of realism before you go, probably not quite realistic, yeah? But it's not like crazy. Big up, bro. Big up Zinkal as well. Said, bro, look at Damsgaard, killer. 10, super creative. Damsgaard. Who is this guy? Mikkel Damsgaard. Plays for Brentford. Bro, the thing is, yeah, like, the problem that I've got, bro, is that, like, you might be right in it. You might be right. This guy might be a baller, bro. I can't lie. Yeah, I've not seen him that much. I've heard of him. Of course I've heard of him. But we're replacing the greatest player that's ever played for this football club. That's the problem that I've got. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's tough. It's because we're replacing the greatest player that's ever played for this football club. So when, like, you put Damsgaard in there, he might be class, you know. I can't lie. But is he good enough? Is he better than Gibbs White? I don't know. But, like, bruh, it's tough, man. I can't lie. Where's this war chest they've been telling us about in the past? Bro, they spent 175 million in the January. You don't remember? Cousinov, Hayes, Jumabar, Nico Gonzalez. Spent half of it already, bro. Big up Father Daddy. A couple more left and then we'll speak about signings. Club turning to Arsenal, Pep into late Wenger, and fan channels acting like AFTV with trust the process content. We are nosediving into Project FC era and accepting mediocrity, says Father Daddy. Right, first of all, you got to wait for the summer to end before we can start cooking, yeah? If they sign a load of bums, fairs, cook away. And obviously, I ain't feeling too good already. However, it is important to notice that the window isn't even open yet, bro, yeah? So let's chill a little. But it is worrying. It is worrying. Well, it's worrying if you're worried. You don't have to be worried. Maybe you're chilling. But I'm a little bit worried. I can't lie. I'm a little bit worried. But I'm also very conscious of the fact the window's not even open yet. And they might cook. They might cook, bro. Charles Brandon says, we need Rodrigo, bro, a real difference maker. He's a difference maker. If we play with wingers, So that's what I'd do now. If I was Vian, I'd go to Pep tomorrow and I'd say, Pep, are you thinking about playing wingers next year? Are you going to play 2 10s with full backs? And if Pep says wingers, I'm saying, right, I'm getting you Rodrigo. I'm getting you Rodrigo. Simple as. Simple as. Done. Done deal. Yeah, simple. 115 definitely destroying the club's image. Look at what we've signed before the charges. Gvardiol is the only world-class player we've signed after. Yeah, maybe. And someone in the chat said it before and said, LB, you're not thinking about this 115 thing. This might be the... Bro, the thing is, yeah, we don't fully know how much this 115 thing is cooking us right now. We don't know. Nobody knows. You're not involved in the meetings, man. Is Vertz turning up to City and going, what's happening with 115? Are City going, we don't know. We have no idea, mate. We're about to find out in 6 months. We might be getting kicked out of the league. We don't know. We're innocent, but we don't know. Are City going, we've actually think we've won. This is the evidence. We've had this from the blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. And that's a great point from Nari Men, by the way. Great point. Our image in Germany, yeah, is fucked. Because remember, where did this all come from? These leaked emails, hacked emails. Where did they all come from, chat? Germany. And they hate us over there, trust me. Yeah, I've been over there, spoke to some of the fans over there. Yeah, they hate us big time. Yeah. So maybe, again, you don't know, do you? Bro, you don't know. Because they leaked it, Diaz. It was in the Der Spiegel, bro, which is the German paper, innit? So they cooked us big time. And they've run multiple stories over the last 3, 4, 5 years about City cooking us. So our image in Germany is fucked, bro. Yeah, to say the least. We're cooked over there. We're cooked. So, yeah, we don't know again. Like, it's a fair comment. Some guy in the chat mentioned it before, and it's legit. Like, you don't know, innit? You don't know. Who knows? It might be nothing. The club might have an email from the Premier League saying, yeah, you've won. Like, we're not going to announce it yet. Like, whatever, but you've won. You can show this to agents or whatever, NDA it. They might have nothing. And, you know, people are to tell me that City are not putting relegation clauses in the contracts. I don't believe that for 1 second. But if that's true, right, so here's a question that I'm going to pose to you, yeah? And I need you to not be biased. Yeah, I need you to not be biased when I ask you this question. I need you to be honest, yeah, and not be a City fan when I'm asking you this question. Right, so please, when I ask you this question, don't have your City head on. Yeah, and if you're not a City fan, just be a neutral. Don't be biased either way, right? Please. You're Florian Vertz's agent, yeah? You're Florian Vertz's agent. You're having discussions with Manchester City about your client, Florian Vertz, signing for Manchester City. Naturally, given the scale of these charges and given the fact that City could be kicked out of the league, theoretically, we could be kicked out of the league. Like, we all know that is a potential option. Like, will it happen? Who knows? But you know that could happen if we get found guilty. You would say to the club, do you know what's happening with 115? They either say, yes, we've already found out, we're guilty, we've been kicked out of the league, in which case, are City really going to sign him? No. 2, yes, we found out. It's not been announced to the public yet. You need to sign this NDA, but basically, we're not guilty. Nothing's happened to us. Look. And they go, all right, chilling, it's done then. Fine. Or B, we have no idea. Hi, Florence. We have no idea what's happening. We don't know whether we've been found guilty, not guilty. We have no idea. Okay. Number 1, yeah, would you want your client joining a club with that hanging over them? Probably not. But number 2, if your client was to join them, would you not insist on your client having a relegation clause in the contract? Because I freaking would. I would if I was an agent. If I was Florian Vertz's agent, there is no way I would let him sign a contract with City unless there was a relegation clause in there, just in case. Just in case. And I'm being told by everyone. Yeah, Martin's told me, everyone else has told me that apparently there's no relegation clauses going in anyone's contracts. Well, I'm sorry. If I'm the agent of Florian Vertz, I'm going to tell him, listen, mate, they're saying they're not guilty, and I've spoke to them, and they seem legit. They seem like they're not guilty, bro. However, I represent you as a player, and you're my client, and I'm telling you that whilst they're telling me they're innocent, I have seen no evidence from anyone to suggest that they are going to be 100% not guilty, which means there is a risk, whether it's small, whether it's large, there is a risk that they may get kicked out of the league, and they're not allowing you to have a relegation clause in there. So, aka what that means is, even though it might only be a small chance because they're saying they're not guilty, if they do get found guilty and relegated, you're not going to have a relegation clause in your contract, which means you're going to be playing championship football. I wouldn't let my contract. I wouldn't let my client sign. This is why I've said, like, for me, I don't believe that. I think that City would have put relegation clause in the contract, because otherwise it's like, I just don't get it, man. I feel like there's a lot of shit that's not making sense, boys. I can't lie. A lot of things just don't really make sense to me at the moment when it comes to this shit, you know? Don't really make sense. Can't lie. Why did we hear that agreed terms with the agent, though? Don't know. Again, don't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense, bro. Agent B working hard for his 3%. Facts. Facts, bro. Clutch says, since when is City a club that's trying to save money? We were known for spending the best. How are we now trying to get the cheapest? Well, I don't think we're trying to get the cheapest. And I don't believe it anyway, Clutch. I don't believe that story about the money. Yeah. I personally think it's a lot of BS. Purely hypothetical, LB, would you take McTominay at City? Sorry, guys, I'll just play this clip.
Yeah? You go in prison. You go in prison, and you're getting named and shamed.
That is shambolic from you, mate. I can't lie. Although he is cooking at Napoli, but no, we wouldn't take him at City, bro. Come on, what's going on, man? Right, let's finish these last few, man, and then we'll get on. We'll get on these signings, right? Don't send any more in, yeah? Big up for the support in it, but let me finish these super chats. Don't send any more in, yeah? Because I want to speak about these signings. We're already 1 hour 40 deep in here, yeah? Not even a prophet could have predicted Vertz to Liverpool. Can't lie, I'm actually a bit excited to see Frimpong and Cook for Liverpool, says Oliver. You're going to prison. You're getting named and shamed. Disgracia, bro. Disgracia. Big up for the 3 months. Shout out Brandon, says we need Rodrigo. Good player, excellent player, says Brandon. He is a good player, bro. Facts. Big up to you as well. Big up to MD with a 2. Said, I think we got rejected. And when they say we walked away, is the message to other clubs that City won't overpay and ready to walk away. That's fine when your squad is not depleted and you're not desperate for players. But right now, this is why it's a little tough to take, because we need fucking quality players. This would have been better after the treble year. Could take it after the treble year. Not now when we need to rebuild. 6 months ago, I said Pep was going to run the team into the ground. Feels nice to be vindicated. Ask what's at the end of the road if we continue this path, says Tinsay. Shit, probably. Pep will end up leaving and get a new manager in. And it's a complete and utter rebuild at that point. To be honest with you, bro. Shout out Nicholas, says people are panicking too much. People acting like Vertz is messy. Liverpool themselves missed out on Caicedo, Bellingham in the past. Look where they are now. People are already saying Morgan Gibbs White will be a flop. It's not helping anyone, says Nicholas. Nah, I agree. And I don't know if he is going to be a flop. I have no idea about Morgan Gibbs White, as I've said. Shout out Kieran, man, says have a nice weekend, LB, top man. You too, bro. Cheers for the 2, man. You have a good weekend as well, Kieran. Big up, bro. Big up Echo Bray, says worst squad than Liverpool equals Pep must be the difference maker. He's had a full year of planning things in that bald noggin. Let the goat cook. Don't doubt him. I agree. I think you've got to trust him for next season, man. You've got to trust him for next season, innit? And hopefully he can work, bro. Hopefully he can work and get it cooking. I still back him, man. I know he's fucked up this year. Yeah, I know he's fucked up this year. Yeah, I know he has. And I'm not sitting here saying he's not made mistakes. I think he's made so many mistakes. I think it's his worst year in management. I really do. But I back him at least for 1 more year to get this shit sorted. Yeah? Facts. Shout out Michael, says, I just hate how they approach major transfers. Like when you're signing elite key targets, who cares about overpaying? You trust your scouts and seal the deals. Now for rotation, players sure haggle. I agree with you. I'm on you, bro. Not I'm on you. That sounds weird. Pause. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, when you're going for the big ballers, sometimes you got to pay up. Yeah, Van Dijk, they decided not to pay up. Yeah, they decided not to pay up, bro, for Van Dijk. Turned out to be one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League we've ever seen. Sometimes when you have them big players, you just got to go and pay, innit? And get the cash. Get the cash out and go and get the fucking player, mate. Like, we pay higher than 500 grand a week because he's mega. We paid Kevin De Bruyne 400 grand a week, and we paid 50, 60 million for him from Wolfsburg, and everyone said we overpaid. Why? Because he was mega. Sometimes you got to do it, man. I can't lie. It's facts. LB, is there any chance us to hijack Vertz from Liverpool? Nah, bro, it's done. It's dead. It's dead, bro. It's dead out here. It's dead, bro. I can't lie. Bill Massam says, I'm sure I've seen reports that HB. Who's HB? Do you mean HV? V's next to B. He means Hugo Viana, innit? I'm sure I've seen reports that HV, Hugo Viana, I'm going to go Hugo Viana, yeah, likes to make marquee signings. Don't think that's happening. It seems like a big fuck up to me by the board. Well, I've had the opinion for some time, bro, that this club wants to make a marquee signing. I've said it for a while. But, bruh, I can't lie. Like, I don't think we are now. Like, maybe we're not. But I have the feeling that we might. That's why I still think, like, keep your eye out on Rodrigo. Maybe City will go in for him. Maybe we will. But there's been no news on Rodrigo. I still think Rodrigo, yeah. If anything's going to happen with Rodrigo, I think we start to hear something by the end of next week. Yeah. Because I think Rodrigo's agent, now, if he actually legit does want to leave, will now be contacting clubs. And I think if there's anything, any chance of City getting Rodrigo, I think you'll hear something, regardless of how small it is, by the end of next week. Anything. But so far, bro, we've not even had a crumb. We've not even had a crumb. Nothing. Nothing, bruh. You know what I mean? Apparently, Napoli just won the league, yeah. Serie A. Yo, big up Napoli, bro. Right, they won it by a point. They won it by a point, chat. Big up Napoli, man. Congratulations to Napoli. Inter Milan drew against fucking Lazio last week, which cooked them, bro. Nah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I can't believe that. That's wild. Bro, they would have won that game against Lazio last game. They would have won the league. They would have won the league. Nah, that is pain. That is pain. That is serious, serious, serious pain. Hold that. Right, Pepe Reina got sent off for Como. What the hell? That is wild. That is actually wild. Oh, yeah, as well. They're going to get KDB. KDB going to Serie A champions, you know. Big up KDB. I'm definitely getting on some Napoli watch-alongs next year, mate. I want to see KDB cook next year. McTominay bicycle kick goal. What? What? Nah. You guys capping or what? Nah, surely not. Bicycle kick. Sorry, chat. 1 sec. I got to check this, man. I feel like this guy might be capping, bro. Where's this goal? Where's this goal? Napoli, that's the second goal. Where's the first goal? Napoli, Scott McTominay. Here we go. Let's have a look at this goal. Bet it's a tapping, isn't it? I'm watching it now. So Napoli have got the ball on the right. Guy cuts in. Oh, naughty, bro. I can't lie. That's naughty. It's a naughty goal from McTominay. Like, bro, this guy's actually sick, man. This guy's bagging. What's his GNA this year? Scott McTominay. Transfer marked. Stats 2024-25. 12 goals, 6 assists, you know. United used him in the wrong position. I seen an interview that he did and say, you know, he did an interview, yeah? And he said in an interview, he said, bro, I've never, ever been a CDM in my whole career. I've always been an attacking midfielder. And then some random manager at United started playing him as a DM. And ever since, he just played as a DM. But he said he's never been ever, been a DM. And now he's gone Napoli. He's playing as an attacking midfielder. Guy's bagging goals for fun. 11 goals as an attacking midfielder and 6 assists in 2,900 minutes. Some of these managers, man. What is wrong with these managers? Why would you just take it? Don't get me started, man. Honestly, don't get me started on these guys, yeah? They stress me out. That Coppa Italia final was a culmination of the poor work that our board did with some of that sporting director, but Rinders didn't have a good game. Nah, he didn't. He had a shit game, bro. Bro, it was funny, actually, because I did a watch-along of that final, yeah, on the second channel. There's quite a lot of City fans in the stream. Actually, there's quite a lot of viewers. I think I had like 600 viewers or something. And we was doing a scout along on Rinders, and it was like, guys, pretty shit to be honest with you in that game. But we all agreed, yeah, that AC Milan in that game were just dead anyway. So it was kind of difficult for him to play good because everybody else was dead. But at the same time, he was crap. Facts. Like, you can't glaze. He was crap. But the game against Inter Milan, I thought it was very good. The semi-final, I thought he was very, very good in against Inter Milan. I thought it was good. But yeah, I've only seen him twice. Well, I've only done scout-alongs on him twice. I've seen AC Milan a couple of times this year, more than twice, but I've not really been keeping an eye out on him. But yeah, the 2 games that I've actually done like legit scouting on him, like focusing on him, he had one really good game and one not very good game. Where are the players on the sesh before a huge game, says Massum. Foot knows. Adol says, this is bad. The club can't attract superstars. But they can attract Haaland to sign a 10-year contract. So it's not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like we can't sign anyone, bro. Like, we signed Haaland on a 10-year deal, which is fucking impressive. I really hope this Morgan Gibbs White transfer falls after Rinders gets signed, because what on God's green earth are we signing Morgan Gibbs White for after we got Rinders? A bit more creativity. And we need another midfielder, bro. Bro, we need another midfielder. You let Kevin De Bruyne go. We're going to be letting some of the unks go. We need more than Rinders, bro. We need 2. I actually think you might need 1 more. I think you might need 1 more, bro. Crazy. Bill MCFC, do you think we can get Tino, Fab Twit? I think potentially. It all depends on Newcastle, whether they need to sell, whether they want to sell, whether Livramento actually wants to join City, or whether he's happy at Newcastle. Do you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, yeah. Yeah, hopefully. But again, it's going to cost a lot of money, and then we're going to pay it, you know. Shout out Benji, says it's off topic, but Gary Neville got banned from the Forest Stadium this weekend, and Scott McTominay and Billy Gilmore about to win the Serie A is nuts, says Billy. Yeah, I did see that. I seen that Gary Neville got banned. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that, because he's basically saying that, like, nah, this is a dangerous precedent. They shouldn't be able to ban, like, journalists and that. But at the same time, bro, like, not being funny here, but this guy said that Nuno should resign because of what that owner did. And I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Part of me is like, City should ban some of the journalists for some of the shit they write about us. You know what I'm saying? But then are you becoming a little bit like a controller? I think they can do what they want personally, but some people are saying, nah, they shouldn't be. I don't know, man. So I don't have a problem with it. I think he's a dick anyway. I don't like him, man. Freedom of speech. Yeah. Oh no. I'm not sure, bro. Crazy. It's North Korea shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Part of me is just like, what? Why are you moaning for? Like, bro, he cooked you. So what? Let him cook you. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, yeah, but where do you draw the line? Should you draw a line or not? Cutting off the voice of a pundit because you don't like them is cringe. Yeah, I hear it a little bit. I don't know, man. No, I don't really like not giving an opinion, because sometimes people are like, don't sit on the fence, they'll be, but I don't know. Kind of tough. I don't know. Fuck knows. Shout out Nag says, can't wait for Hussam to pan fry you and Wolfie. Big up, bro. Bro, he already rang me before I was in the gym, innit? And the guy rang me cooking me. I was like, fuck's sake, man. Let me have a gym session in peace, bro. Luckily, it's not until next fucking Thursday or Wednesday, so I've got a whole week to go. So hopefully it'll all just blow over, innit? You reckon Hussam will forget? Big up, bro. Shout out to Zine. Karl says, watch him. Haven't seen a passer close to KDB. Oh, that damn's guard. Fuck it then. Let's go send it then. Yeah, but why are you saying this? Why are the club not getting in then? If he's good as you're saying, why are the club not scouting him, bro? This is what I'm saying. Thoughts on Nico Paz? I thought he was going Real Madrid. I thought Nico Paz was going Real Madrid. No. Anything on Javi Simmons? 0. Zero. That's okay. Zero news. Zero news. We ain't getting Simmons. No chance, bro. No chance. Big up Aaron says, on a real LB, love your channel, mate. All the top tier content you provide for us makes being a fake fan worth it. Big up. Yeah, come on, man. Hey, yo, big up, man. Appreciate you being a fake fan, innit? Come on, we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be there. Nah, big up, bro. Big up, man. You've been supporting a lot recently as well. Big up, man. I do appreciate it, bro. And shout out to Zinathan. 1 elite signing or 3 proper players for that money. Elite signing. Can I give you an example of where this doesn't always work, right? So we've lost an elite player in KDB. Yeah, we lost an elite player in KDB, yeah. The options that we have is going replacing him with an elite player like Vertz, yeah, or going strengthening the squad. Now, what I want us to do is get an elite player to replace him. However, if we can't get an elite player, I don't want us to force the signing. And therefore, I'd rather go and spread the money around and get better players. However, the perfect example of where this didn't work is Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur sold Bale for 90 million quid, 100 million quid to Real Madrid. And instead of getting a top tier elite level replacement, they decided to go and spend the money and get 3 or 4 players at like 30 million. And it flopped badly. Yeah. So the aim of the game, bro, is to buy good players, like elite players. So whether you go and buy like a Vertz or a top level elite world class player, ideally you'd like to do that. But if not, you can go and buy 3 players. But if you're not buying 3 quality top tier players, it's not going to work. So you've got to buy the best. So Gibbs White, if we don't know, if Gibbs White turns out to be good, mint. But if he turns out to just be okay, then we're cooked. Because okay is not good enough. It's the same as Kovacic. It's the same as Gundogan, Savio, Doku. We had this conversation an hour ago. These are good players, but if they're not elite, you ain't winning anything. You're not going to beat PSG with good players. To beat PSG, you need elite players. You're not going to beat Inter Milan with good players. You need elite players. The same with Barcelona. The same with Real Madrid. We had good players on the pitch against Real Madrid. We got cooked. And Real Madrid this year was shit. Shit they were. And we got cooked off them, man. It's because our players are not good enough. So if you're going to go out and buy 3 players or 4 players, cool. But don't just buy 4 players and go, oh, buzz in, we bought 4 players if they're not good enough. Or Pep don't rate them. Because what's the point? You're just creating a problem. You're spending money for spending money's sake. Yeah? The actual thing, yeah? Wow, it's actually happening, bro. I can't lie. Wow. The actual main thing for us, yeah, we have to sign quality players. That is the absolute fundamental thing that we must do this summer. Yeah? We have to. We can't be signing mid players. And I know it sounds bad, but I'm not trying to like cook the players. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm just, again, I'm being honest, bro. I'm being honest. Yeah. Right, smash these likes up as well. Right, so situation update about these transfers, yeah? Rinders. I think he's a good player, like a good player. I think he's a quality player. And I think he's a player that can come into this side and help us get back to his best, get Manchester City back to the best. But it's nowhere near enough. Right. Rinders, tick. Do we all agree Rinders a good player? Like, not talking good. When I say good, I mean good. Yeah, not Savio good. I'm talking good. Yeah, good player, gonna take us, gonna help us. Right, we all agree, yeah, that he's a good player. Right, buzzing. So tick. Morgan Gibbs White. Is he a good player? I don't know. I don't know. No idea. I think we're putting I think it's a casino red or black driller, to be honest. I have no idea if he's going to be good enough. I think that I've said this before, I've seen passes and I've seen actions which I'm like, yo, crazy. This is the facts. This is the facts. It's a risk. Facts. What am I asking? I'll tell you what I'm asking for him then, AJ, bro. I'm asking him to start week in, week out and take me with other players, of course, but you are part of the players on the pitch who are part of my starting 11 to take me to a Premier League title. That's what I'm asking. Let's make that clear. When people are saying, what are we asking him to do? I'm asking him, along with the other players in the squad, to take me to a Premier League title. And I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say it ain't going to work, but I'm also not going to sit here and say I think it's definitely going to work, because I think it's a mad risk, mad gamble. You watched him once and he was crap. I don't know about that, but a very good squad player. No. I'm not looking for squad players. I'm done with squad players, Dan. I've had enough of squad players. I'm looking for creme de la creme, mate. Yeah. I'm looking for the T-bone. Yeah, why do I always go to meat, man? That's weird, isn't it? I'm looking for a quality player, not squad player. Not squad player. Morgan Gibbs White is a good player, but he'll be exposed at City because City has a lot of quality. He's not going to do it alone, so we don't know how we're looking at our team. Vertz is going to bang and we're not winning that league next season. Not while that Liverpool team is there, says Dan Trollius. Rather get Simmons. I've seen him play well. He's a grafter, not a game changer. He doesn't necessarily have to be a game changer, yeah? But he has to be able to deliver good performances week in, week out, and we can rely on him to deliver those good performances. Yeah, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 9, 7, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 9, 7, 8, 7, 8. You know what I mean? If it's 7, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, nah, we're cooked. And that's what I don't know what we're getting out of this guy. Are we getting the guy who's 7, 7, 8, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6 in match rating? Yeah. All right, but not really great. How many times this year have we done player ratings? Yeah. How many times have we done player ratings this year? And we've said we've done a player ratings about a player, we've gone, he was all right, but he didn't really do anything. 6. He was on the next one. Oh, yeah, he was all right. He didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't really do anything wrong, but he wasn't really great. 6. Oh, yeah, this guy, yeah, he didn't have a great game. He didn't really do anything bad. 6. That's dead. What we need to be doing, we need to be doing player ratings going, this guy today was class, mate. This guy today was class. 8. This next guy next to him, good. 8. Yeah, the fact that we do, I feel like so many times this year I've done player ratings, and so many times we've been sitting there, yeah, me and Simon, we've done player ratings and we've gone, yeah, this guy didn't really do anything wrong, but he didn't really do anything good. That's not good, man. If a player isn't doing anything good, they're a net negative, mate, because you're effectively playing with 10 men, man. You know what I'm saying? We need good players who impact the game and like play well, innit? Not just players that don't do anything bad. Exactly, the standards are on the floor in that sense. Like, it's, if you don't do anything bad, you've had a good game. What? Nah, that shouldn't be it. If you don't do anything good, you've had a bad game. Not the other way around. Not the other way around, bro. So yeah, Morgan Gibbs White, I don't know. We'll see in it. I hope and pray that he turns out to be a good signing, but I have no idea. Like I say, I've seen a bit of him that looks good, but at the same time, I've never ever once watched Forest and come away and gone, he's a top player. I'd love him at City. Not once. But who knows? So that's your two midfielders. Then you're relying on Foden. As we said at the start of this stream, you're then relying on Foden to get back at it. If Foden can get back at it, that'll massively help. If he doesn't, I don't think you've even got enough midfielders in that case. Real talk. I think if Foden is playing next year, yeah, like he is this year, I think you need to sign a third midfielder. I don't think you'll have enough players. Rodri, that's cool. And then defenders, Ike Nori is an interesting one because does Ike Nori meet the criteria? I think it's less important as a fullback, if I'm being completely honest, because like you're not in the middle of the park dictating the play. What I need from Ike Nori is not a lot. I need you not to be a complete bozo in defence. And I can't say yes or no on that because I've not really seen too much of that. And I need you to be able to provide me with a legitimate and fairly consistent delivery and creation into the box. Can you do those two things? Can you not be a bozo defensively? And can you provide me with a consistent and quality delivery of ball into the box for our midfielders and Haaland? If the answer to either of those questions is no, you ain't good enough, bro. You don't meet the criteria, innit? You don't meet the criteria. If the answer to the both of those is yes, you meet the criteria. You meet the criteria. Same with Kirkes. Same with Wesley. Same with whoever you buy. AFCON in December. Yeah, that's an L, can't lie. But it is what it is. The game's the game. You know, we've done it before with Mahrez. We've done it with Yaya, Colo and that. Like, bro, you buy African players, you got to let them go, innit? You know? So it is what it is. I still think, mate, like, to do the full 360 and go back to the start of the stream, I'm still 100% of the belief that our main success in terms of trophies and silverware next season will come from Rodri and Foden getting back to their best, or Rodri and Foden not getting back to their best. I think if Rodri and Foden get back to their best next year, I think we win some silverware. If they don't, no chance. No chance. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. I hope and pray Rodri and Foden cook next year. If they do, you've got a Ballon d'Or winner, you got a PFA Player of the Year winner last year. If them two come back and cook like they did last year, I'm telling you now, we'll be right up there for the Premier League. We'll be right up there for the Champions League. Hopefully we win some trophies, yeah? If they don't, if Rodri's slow to come back, or he's nervous, he ain't cooking, or if Foden's not cooking, nah, I don't. Healthy Foden with Rodri behind him is 100% better. I completely agree, Alan. Completely agree. I think Rodri makes everyone better, though, doesn't he? Rodri makes everyone better. 100%. 100%. We have to look at first choice target, says Jefferson. Yeah, we do, bro. 100%. Yeah, we can't just be buying second, third, fourth choice targets all the time. Facts. I don't think we throw all our eggs on Rodri anymore. Otherwise, we'll face the same problem we've had this season. It's not necessarily throwing all your eggs on him. It's because, you know, you've got Nico G that could come in and like take some minutes off Rodri. But the fact is, Rodri's a Ballon d'Or winner. And Rodri makes everybody in this current team better. And I feel like Rodri starts the domino. If Rodri's better, we don't get cooked in transition as much as we have done this year, which means we don't concede as many goals. We don't concede as many goals. Our defence isn't getting cooked on the reg. Our defence isn't making as many errors. Yeah? We win more games 1-0. We win more games 2-1. We pick up more points. Rodri plays better. The guy next to him plays better. Tijani Rinders settles quicker because he's got Rodri cooking next to him. Foden gets back to his best because he's got Rodri cooking. Foden's cooking. That means Haaland's cooking. Maybe Savio and Doku start cooking because the midfield's cooking and Haaland's cooking. Haaland doesn't work. Rodri doesn't work. Tijani Rinders might take a little bit more time to settle. If Rodri doesn't work straight away, he needs time. Tijani Rinders needs time. Foden doesn't settle because Foden's in the middle on his own. Foden doesn't work. Haaland don't work. Fucking wingers. I think everything goes through Rodri, man. I'll be real. I'll say this now. Hope and pray that Rodri's back and that this ACL recovery has worked. Because if he is, we're ready to go next year. and we can cook. Well, we can compete. If he's not, then let's just start watching NFL, innit? What's the Bruggen looking mofo dead ass player? Bros, that's cope, bro. I can't lie. Vertz, the Bruggen looking mofo dead ass player. That's some cope super chat, bro. I can't lie, bro. That is cope. Hey, chat, spam cope in the chat, man. LB, that's cope, bro. Come on, man. What are you doing, bro? That is some copium from you, mate. That is some serious cope. Because Aaron says Edison is the best goalkeeper out there with the ball at his feet. If he stays another year, we can replace him then and prioritize another area. Yeah, but you was in the stream before, yeah? I only want Edison to stay if he actually wants to stay. Do not stay at this football club, bro, if you don't want to be here. Because if you don't want to be here, you won't be concentrating properly. You'll end up fucking up and making mistakes again. I want Edison to stay. I want him to sign a new contract, 3 years, 4 years, and say, I'm staying at City, I love it here, don't want to go. But if he doesn't want to be here, let him go. It is not good to have a goalkeeper in goal, yeah, who don't want to be here, because that means they ain't going to be like fully focused in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Smash these likes up as well, man. Bro, how have we done 2 hours, man? My girlfriend's going to be fuming. I said I'd do an hour. She went, how long are you going to be? I said, I'll be 1 hour. I said, it'll be 1 hour, and then I'm done. Fucking 2 hours. Shit. No, I'm actually going to have to wrap this up, man. Otherwise, I'll be single, innit, Brace? But yeah, it is what it is. Exactly, bro. Nah, I'll be real, man. You know what I'm saying? We've had a good convo, bro. This conversation has flown by as well, man. I can't even lie. These convos have been flying by recently. Like, I've been doing like 2 hour, 3 hour streams, man. The panel shows, bro. Like, I get to the end of the panel shows, I'm like, bro, we've done 3 hours on the panel shows. Like, I'm not even sitting here thinking I've been there 3 hours. It seems like an hour. They just go by so quick. They go by so quick, man. It's wild. Nah, I am, man. I am. Making some of that honey chicken. Oh, I had some of that tonight as well, Navans. I actually had that for my tea, bro. It's fit. It was well nice. Big up Alex says, facts LB, Rodri and Foden, exactly what Johnny said on Typical City today when you boys collabing. Bro, listen, we don't know, innit? You know what I'm saying? You got, you know, my people got to talk to his people, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't know, man. Let's see what happens, innit? You know what I'm saying? But, who knows, bro? Now, big up to him, though, innit? And, yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. But I don't know, man. I mean, his people need to speak to my people, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the couch tonight, B. Yeah, facts. But big up Alex, man. Appreciate the 5, innit? Let's hope Vertz is bad like Kai Havertz. Bro, it's mad. See, Johnny Rinders named midfielder of the season. Oh, yeah. Good. That's the type of signing we need to be making. Buzzing. Signing of the season. Player of the season. Not fucking third time lucky. Midfielder of the season. Serie A. Boom. Good signing. Top signing. Great. Right, next. Who's the best creator that we can buy? Go buy him. Who's the best left back we can buy? Go buy him. Who's the best right back we can buy? Go buy him. Oh, stop being entitled. We literally did this fucking 6 years ago. We went and bought Kyle Walker, best right back in the Prem. We went and bought fucking Riyad Mahrez, best right winger in the Prem. We bought Haaland 4 years ago, best fucking striker in the world. Like, why are we not allowed to say that again? We did it fucking 4 years ago. And now when people say it now, it's like, oh, stop being entitled. We fucking did it. We've already done this. So have we already been entitled then? I don't want to see no more projects, man. Anyways, lads, I'll leave it there, man. Big up to you guys. Smash a like. Any games on tomorrow, actually? I need to check watch-alongs, man. What's happening tomorrow, innit? Should we do some watch-alongs tomorrow? Nah. Let's have a look what's cooking. It's cooking on a gas. What's cooking on a gasoline? Real Madrid, Sociedad. Nah. And I'm at the gym at that time. I've got to go to gym at 3 tomorrow. Let's see what else is on. Surely there's got to be some watch-alongs we can do tomorrow, chat, nah? AC Milan. Tomorrow. Oi. That might have to get done, you know. AC Milan, Rinders watch. Am I doing anything tomorrow night? I don't think I am, you know. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow night, you know. I might have to do a Rinders watch again. Third Rinders watch. Yeah, don't say we ain't out here working, mate, yeah? Because we're out here putting in the effort, mate, to understand what these players are saying. He's suspended. Oh, yeah, shit, he's suspended, isn't it? Is he actually suspended? Let me check. Someone said that this morning. Let me just double check real quick. AC Milan. Lineups. It doesn't say suspended on here. It doesn't say suspended on here. Yeah, no, that was Wesley, bro. That was people were talking about Wesley, innit? People were talking about Wesley. Wesley suspended because he plays I think he plays Sunday night. I think he plays Sunday. Yeah, now Wesley Flamengo play. Is he defo suspended as well? Because you've already got this one wrong. Flamengo. Why is he suspended? Did he get booked yesterday or something? He didn't get booked yesterday. But to be fair, that was a different competition. That was Copa do Brasil. Try to find out if it's suspended. Wesley. Should I type in Wesley? I don't even know if he's suspended or not. There's nothing on here to say suspended for the game. Find out, innit, if he's suspended, chat, because it doesn't say anywhere here that he's suspended. Vertz is coming to tear it up at Liverpool, says Angus. Cheers, mate. It's painful, isn't it, bro? Painful. What can we do, mate? Nah, you're spitting facts, Angus, mate. Unfortunately, I think the guy's going to cook as well. I'm trying to find a reason why he won't work in it. Maybe blame Nunes up front or something, but he's probably going to cook, bro. I can't lie. He's definitely suspended, yeah. Wounded. Okay, we'll just do Rinders then tomorrow. All right, boys. Sweet. Right, smash these likes. Shout out Angus, shout out Alex as well for those super chats as well before. Do me a favour, chat, yeah? Smash these likes up before you go, and it's still 900 people locked in. We've done 2 hours. Yeah, my girlfriend's going to finish me in it, so make sure you smash these likes up. Get the likes up, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And make sure you guys are subscribed to the second channel, More LB. Links in description. Rinders watch tomorrow. Won't be on this channel. It'll be on the second channel. So make sure you subscribe to that. Link in description. More LB. Make sure you go sub in it. Yeah, pause. What would I say? Oh. Nah, you guys are crazy, man. I can't lie. I can't lie. Go raid Lee, man. See you in a bit, chat. Peace out. Have a good Friday night, yeah? Have a good Friday. Big up, people.